Now, before discussing anything, I want to show you the question paper pattern which is given by ACCA Institutes and CIMA Institute in last, you can say, 2 years, 2.5 years. CIMA case study exam, strategic case study exam are happening since 2015. So this is actually the 7th year. In ACCA strategic business leader case study exam is happening since September 2018. So in ACCA also it is more than 3 years. In both the exams, I will say like the word strategic business leader, strategic, and in CIMA strategic. You can say in ACCA the word is business leader case study, and in CIMA it is said as case study, strategic case study. But before going into discussion what we will study, how to study and everything, first of all let's straight away go into the question paper, what they are asking, how they are asking, what we need to answer, what is the suggestion given by the institute. So first of all, this is already, I was there for last 2-3 hours on the institute website. Let's go separately. First of all, I am going into ACCAglobal.com, ACCA website. Just give me around 1 hour to explain you everything, and then whatever the queries are there, anybody can ask, and after the queries we will be starting with the syllabus. Okay? So give me around 1 hour. ACCA qualification. Under ACCA qualification is strategic business leader case study. Under strategic business leader case study, past exam library. Under past exam library, suppose I am going into September 2018 question paper, which is the first exam, and September 2018 answers also. Just I will be taking you through this for 10 to 15 minutes. So this is the question paper and this is the institute answer. So it is written, this is a 4 hours exam. All exams in ACCA are of 3 hours, but this is the only paper where they are asking 4 hours. 4 hours including reading, planning, reflecting, everything. This is not 4.15 hours. Those who have given the other exams of ACCA, they are getting 3.15 hours. But here it is not 4.15. It is including that 15 minutes. Total 4 hours. The question paper is an integrated case study with one question containing a total of 100 marks. One question, 100 marks, full paper. And that is divided into different tasks. All tasks contain professional skill marks, which are included in the marks shown below. So in all the questions, there is additional marks on professional skills, which are mentioned in the marking guidelines in the question paper only. Do not open this question paper actually in September 2018. At many places the exam was pen and paper based. So it is written this. Now this type of thing write up is not required. Now they have started giving introduction about a company, a construction company, which is a listed company. And in this company, the shareholding pattern, the directors, executive, non-executive, their area of business, their concern, what they are doing, maybe there is a board meeting. On the basis of discussion, there are 6 exhibits given. Exhibit 1 for most recent annual report, that is, the AGM happened and that extract are given of the annual report. Exhibit 2, press release of announcement of a new road in battle. Maybe there is a country battle and in that there is a new road construction will be happening. Maybe we want to bid for that. Some information is given about new opportunity. Exhibit 3, forecast revenues and costs for the construction of new road in Battle. The new project Battle, if we are going to do that project, then what is going to be our income, what is going to be our expenditure, forecast is given. Exhibit 4, outline contents of the project initiation document and a summary of the operational issues section of the PID. For doing a project, first of all, generally, practically also we prepare PID document. So they have prepared a PID document and some contents of the PID documents are given. Exhibit 5, transcript of an emergency meeting at CC head office. Maybe something emergency required and some information is given why that meeting held, what is the discussion agenda of that emergency meeting. Exhibit 6, a report of an interview with Burton. One second. A report of an interview with Burton Vadar in daily newspaper. Maybe there is some news channel with which we have done some meeting, somebody else has done the meeting, then those meeting details are given. There is no limit for the exhibits, what type of exhibit they will give, but there are 6 exhibits. Now before going into exhibit, they are saying the question requirements. The case requirement are as follows, and you will be told which role you are taking in each task. There is a question number 1, which is divided into A and B 2 parts. Question number 2, which is only 1 part. Question number 3, which is again divided into A, B, C 3 parts. Question number 4, which is divided into, you can say, only 1 part. In every question, since question 1, you can see that there is extra marks given for professional skills. Professional skill marks. Professional skill marks are available for demonstrating commercial acumen in identifying difficulties for CC arising from criteria which Desmond Orento has started. You can see that here the professional skill marks on commercial acumen. In the second question, professional skill marks are 4 marks, are available for demonstrating skepticism skill. There is a professional skill, skepticism they are saying on that, if you cover that, they are 4 marks. The third question, 2 marks. Professional skill marks are available for demonstrating commercial acumen again. The fourth question, the professional skill marks are available for communication skills. How much is total coming? 2 plus 2, 4, and in between also there are demonstrating skepticism. Actually, the institute says that 20 marks are for professionalism. For that, there is no separate write-up. Out of the total 100 marks, 20 marks will be professionalism, which is divided into 5 different areas. But the institute is specifically saying that you don't have to write anything separately for professionalism. Whatever you are writing in the answer, that will automatically give you the professional marks. Now suppose first question, you are Alex Larson, the senior non-executive director of CC. You will be answering the question in exam, assuming that you are the NED of the company already. The second question, company has awarded the contract to build the road in Beetle. It has now January 2012 and planning the project has started. You are Joe Isa, the project manager for construction of the road in Beetle. So in the second question, they are saying that you will be answering assuming you are the project manager. In the third question, you are Mr. Pat Singh, a consultant employed by there is outside party. In the first 2 questions, you are inside the organization, NED, or you can say project manager. Now you are an outside consultant. In the fourth question, again you are Pat Singh, a consultant. In all the questions, your, position while writing the answer is different. And at the same time, in every question, to whom you are answering, who is your audience, that is also different. Like in the first question, CC has been invited to tender for the contract for the construction of the new road in Beetle. So the government or anybody in the Beetle are going to lay a new road. We are in the construction business. We have been invited. We have been invited to quote the quotation. As the preferred partner for Beetle government, CC finance team has drawn up financial forecast for the project. As the preferred partner of Beetle government, CC finance team has drawn up financial forecast for the project. You can say, as the preferred partner in Beetle government, maybe we have a good relationship with government, and because of that we have been asked to, you can say, do this contract, or you can say place our quotations. CC finance team has drawn a financial forecast for the project. Our company's finance team has done the financial forecast, inflows, outflows, or maybe NPV calculations and all that. However, you have doubts about the contract and you want it to be discussed thoroughly at CC next board meeting. So you as a non-executive director have a question that whether this project would be advisable or not, whether we should be putting bid or whether we should be doing this project or not. You have certain reservations. Non-executive director has certain reservations. You have doubts about the contract and you want it to be discussed in the next board meeting. You are particularly concerned with whether CC will be able to fulfill the criteria stated by Beetle Transport Minister. In the project, there may be some criteria need to be fulfilled to accept the project. So I mean to say, if I am the non-executive director, I have the question that whether we will be able to fulfill those criteria which are mentioned in the Transport Minister register. Prepare a briefing paper for the board meeting. The question is asking a briefing paper. A briefing paper for the board meeting so that the board meeting can held. Before that, you need to prepare a briefing paper which analyzes the financial and non-financial issues which will affect the financial decision of whether to accept the contract to build the road in Beetle. Analyzes, the question is, you are required to prepare a briefing paper for the board meeting. In that briefing paper, what you need to cover? Analyze the financial and non-financial issues which will affect the final decision of whether to accept the contract to build the road in Beetle. Analyze, you need to analyze the financial and non-financial issues both, which will affect the final decision, which will be helping us to decide whether to accept the contract to build the road in Beetle or not. A recommendation is not required. It's a big question, 18 marks. They are not asking that in your briefing paper you need to give recommendation. It's specifically mentioned. So you don't need to focus that this should be done or not. You just need to give your analysis on financial, non-financial grounds that whether this project should be done or not. That means what? On some grounds I will be saying that it should be done. On some grounds I will be saying that it should not be done. Maybe the doing the project, what will be the benefit, what will be the advantages, what will be the pros of doing the projects. Not doing, why we should not be doing the project, what will be the disadvantage, demerits, what are the cons of doing the project and all that I will be writing. Professional skill marks are available for demonstrating analysis skills in identifying information which is relevant to the decision. They are saying that they will be giving you 4 marks extra. You will be writing answer for 18 marks. For 4 marks, you don't have to write anything. But 4 marks are given for professionalism that you need to cover the analysis part here. What is that analysis part? We will discuss. Then discuss the difficulties CC may face in fulfilling the criteria stated by Des Orentu, the Transport Minister of Beetle. This is still under the briefing paper you need to cover, because already the question asked that the format of the paper is briefing paper. They are saying discuss the difficulties CC may face in fulfilling the criteria stated by the Transport Minister. In the second part of the answer, you need to discuss the problem which CC is going to face in fulfilling the Transport Minister requirements for the project. Professional skill marks are available for demonstrating commercial acumen in identifying difficulties for CC arising from criteria that D has stated. Here also 2 marks professionalism. There is no separate write-up. But while writing your answer, you need to consider this, that the 2 marks are on commercial acumen. So when you write this answer, you need to think about commercial acumen. Maybe CIMA student thinking that, sir, why we will study? As I said initially, if somebody joined later, give me 1 hour, I will bring all of you at the same page. Okay? So don't take tension. Give me 1 hour, then you can ask your question. Then we will start. Now, this is a question given in the exam. And now in the question, what is the answer of the institute? How they are writing the answer? First of all, before writing the answer, a declaration by the institute. It is not always possible to publish suggested answers which comprehensively cover all the valid points. Institute is accepting their responsibility, or you can say a disclosure before writing the answer, that everything in the answer may not be covered. It is not always possible to suggest answers which comprehensively cover all the valid points. Not possible. Institute is saying which candidates might make. So obviously the student may not cover all the valid points. Credit will be given to candidates for points not included in the suggested answers, but which nevertheless are relevant to the requirements. So if suggested answer is not writing something and the student has written that in the answer sheet, which is valid, relevant, student will be given marks. Not that since it is not in the suggested answer, student will not be given marks. That is not the case. In addition, in this integrated case study examination, points made in one question may be reintroduced or fully developed in another question. Maybe you are writing answer for 1A and B, and then you find that in 3 also something you need to write. You can, because it is the requirement, as long as they are made in a specific context of the requirements. Maybe repetition is there, but the repetition should be relevant. The suggested answer presented below may give much more detail than would be expected from most candidates under exam conditions. That means the suggested answers are very lengthy, they are very detailed. That much they are not expecting that the student can write. They may also have a used particular approach or model which should not be taken as the only approach or model which could have been used. Maybe the institute has not used any particular model, but the student is writing answers based on certain model. Suppose suitability, feasibility, acceptability model. Suppose to explain the answers, Mendelow's matrix. There is no problem. You are using some other model, they are using some other model, they are not using model, you are using model, you are not using model, they have used the model, doesn't matter. Different approach and structuring of the answer are expected, and full credit will be given for relevant and appropriate solution to the task. The answers provided here are therefore intended to support revision, and you can say helping in the tuition for future examination. Finally, it should be noted that the candidate will not get full professional skill marks in a task requirement if they have not presented their answers according to the format. The format is, they are saying, briefing paper. So if the format is not maintained, how the briefing paper is written, the student will not be getting the full professional marks. Not 0, but the professional marks will be deducted. If a task is to completed using a report and evaluation skills are tested, even if the answer has met the specifically stated evaluation criteria, candidate will not be able to earn all the professional skill marks available if they have not used the report format. Format in the sense when they are saying that you need to cover analysis, you need to cover commercial acumen or whatever, that need to be covered in your write-up indirectly while writing the answer, then the professional skill marks will be available. Just 1 or 2 paragraphs I am reading. The heading is briefing paper. Beetle Road Construction Contract. The briefing paper is relating to Beetle Road Construction Contract. The contract appears to be of the type which CC is aiming to win, a large project with potentially strong profits and cash flows. You are just, even though all the members in the board meeting knows about the contract, but still you are giving 1 or 2 line an introduction. It offers an entity into the market in Beetle at a time when it is being opened up to foreign firms. Successful completion of the contract would result in CC being given favored status by the Beetle government, enhancing its competitive position and giving it opportunities to win further major contracts in Beetle. The project is much larger than CC has undertaken earlier, 20 billion compared with the 10 billion for the ring route in the Omega land. CC will be making a substantial commitment of resources and finance, limiting its ability to undertake other projects and diversity into portfolio. If they will accept this project, this is very big, they will not be able to do other projects. The Beetle government emphasis on its requirement to minimize the time and cost bring down into question the margin which CC will earn on the project and whether the contractual terms will be advantageous for CC. The following financial and non-financial issues will have to be considered before the final decision is taken to accept the contract. The student is setting the tone that he has been asked to give a, you can say, briefing paper. The briefing paper is relating to certain things. That area is covered with certain points. If anybody can focus, the answer is not written Roman 1, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. The answer is not written one line. One line, one bold heading, 2 lines, third line. No. The answer, whether you open any paper, in every paper the answers are written in a paragraph format. Whether it's any type of write-up they are saying, just that slightly different for what I should say, PowerPoint presentation, slide presentation. But normally the answers are in paragraph. In one paragraph they have said about the company's position, what will be the benefit of doing the contract. In another paragraph they are focusing on the problems or issues with the contract. And then the analysis is done on financial, non-financial grounds by explaining different things in different paragraphs. Again, in the second question, the difficulty which CC will face are how Beetle government has defined its requirement, potential conflict between different requirements, and the outcome by which the contract will be judged, but CC can do little to influence that some of the things are written relating to the second requirement. I am not reading this answer. Reason being that we have not read the question, because you understand that in the question there are many exhibits. To write this answer, you need to first of all read this exhibit. That what is Beetle government, what is Beetle country, what type of contract is this, what is the transport minister is asking. What you need to go with this also, that revenue and cost forecast, because then only you will be able to write your answer. This first question is based on understanding the exhibit 2 and 3. Just for your understanding, suppose what is exhibit 2 is writing. Exhibit 2. Press release of announcement of the new road in Beetle dated 10th November 2011. Announcing new road between Gamville and Lake Erie. A $20 billion new road scheme between G and Lake Erie will transform the economy of B Eastern region, cutting the average journey time through the island mountains by almost half. Minister for Transport said, I am pleased to be able to confirm the scheme which will help enhance the region, and so on written. Similarly, in the third exhibit, the calculation, what is the investment, revenue and cost and all that details are given. When you will be writing your answer for the first question, which is of 32 marks, then you need to go through with these 2 exhibits. At the same time, you need to go through with the introduction properly, and then you will be able to build up your answer. In the exam hall, if I am there, it's a 4 hours exam. According to me, I will be taking around 30 to 40 minutes first of all to read out everything. That what is the business of the company, because it is construction. Sometimes there are thousands of business industries are there. I will be reading the exhibits and all that. And then I will be reading the requirement. And based on the requirement, I will be making my notes. Based on the requirements, I will be making my notes. Suppose in this I need to write something. Because in the exam, it is a computer-based exam. We need to highlight something. We can do yellow. We need to write something later that this question is related with what? Add content, then exhibit 2 and 3. These types of things I will be doing initially. While reading the scenario, while reading the case, reading the questions I will be making point that with which scenario they are related. Maybe while writing something, maybe while writing, adding comments, and I'm getting some feeling that this should be covered and all that, I will be writing that also. Or maybe I can say that in place of writing this here, if you open the answer sheet where you need to type the answer, there only you type something as a rough, which can be made as a fair later on. But here when you are writing in the question paper, nobody checking. But in the answer sheet, when you write something, examiner will check. So during your 30 to 40 minutes reading, your objective is to, you can say in exam, concentration should be 500%. It's not only 100, 500%. If there is anything happening in front of you, you can't see that. You are just focusing on reading so that you don't have to read the things again and again 20 times. You have to save your time in the first reading only. When you are reading, you are go on doing whatever is required, something to be written in the answer sheet, highlighting this question related with this exhibit and all that. You are doing all your homework in that 30 to 40 minutes. Maybe some students are good in reading and all that. They can do maybe in 30 minutes. Somebody is average-minded person can do in 40 minutes. Somebody is a very slow coach can do in 50 to 60 minutes. Not a problem. I will say that average we should be developing a skill that we should be able to read this in around 40 minutes. Once your 40 minutes are over, now you are left with 3 hours 20 minutes. In 3 hours 20 minutes, actually, for this 4 marks, for this 2 marks, you don't have to write anything extra. There is no separate write-up for professional skills. Actually, 3 hours 20 minutes, you are getting basically 200 minutes. And you need to answer 80 marks question. Professional, you don't have to write anything separate. Why you don't have to write? I will complete. 80 marks, 250, 200 minutes. You can say around 200 by 80, coming 2.5 minutes per marks. For 18 marks, 18 into 2.5, each coming around 40 minutes. You will be giving 40 minutes to write this answer, which will be covering this part automatically. You don't have to think about this. But once you have read for 40 minutes, you have done some highlighting and all that, you cannot write your answer in 1 second. Again, while writing this answer, maybe you will be going into exhibit 2 and 3 again, may not be reading fully. Some basic things you will be reading. Then you will be planning your answers, what I am going to cover under financial, under non-financial, what is the thing given in the question, what is in the introduction, what is going to I cover. In paragraphs, not in single line, not in single word, because 0 marks for that. You have to explain your thought process. So maybe at that time, when you are planning your answer, again you want to write something. You are writing in your answer sheet only at that time. But that is not your writing started. Maybe out of 40 minutes, you took 5 minutes in planning your answer. That I will be covering these points, and these I will explain like this. You are making up your mind. So you are actually getting in place of 40 minutes, 35 minutes to write. Where you will be writing your answers, maybe at the time of planning, you are not able to think everything. Because if you ask me, and if I am in the exam hall, I cannot plan 100% before writing anything. When I will start writing, I will get the rhythm. Before writing, I don't get 100% rhythm. I will be getting rhythm, which is my, you can say my type of a student. When I will write 2-3 lines, get feeling. And then I start writing more. Maybe when you have written 2-3 lines, some other points are coming, which you can forget. Write those points. That is not the answer written, completed. You are writing the points, relevant points, so that you can elaborate them later while your 35 minutes will start. So if you are getting 35 minutes to write the answer, and normally our speed by looking at the keyboard, the buttons and all that should be 1.5 line in 1 minute. So 35 minutes means it is around 50-55 lines answer. If you are writing 50, chalega. If you are writing 70, you have good speed. If you are writing 35-40 lines, nahi chalega. You will say that, sir, quality is required. Yes, sir. But the quality without quantity will not be giving you quality. There is some minimum length of answer required. So you have to write in 35 minutes 50 lines answer. And the answer should be presented in paragraph format, not one-liner like Indian exam. You are writing 30 points, Roman 1, Roman 2, Roman 3. They are not writing in any single answer sheet, Roman 1, Roman 2, A, B, C, D and all that. You can number Roman 1, but in a paragraph. Explain your thought process in 4 or 5 lines, thinking about professional skills which need to be covered. That will automatically give you the relevant marks to pass the exam. Now, it is not that you need to start with the first question only. Not essential. You can start with the 4th one. Maybe you are liking that best. Your start should be with that question in which you are very confident. But when you are starting from here, it's only 8 marks question. You know this very well. But for 8 marks, the story remains same. 8 into 2.5, which is 18, 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, again, you will be going into relevant exhibit, making some points. Then you start write up. Out of 20 minutes, 2-3 minutes is gone into that. So you need to take 16-17 minutes only in writing. The length of the answer will be around 25 to 30 lines. If you can write more, it's okay. But if you know very well and you want to cover 50 lines, nobody is going to give you out of 8, 16 marks. Because of giving extra time, you are not getting time in the other question. Maybe you don't know the answer, but leaving the paper, even 1 mark, is not advisable. We can't pass this exam. To pass the exam, we need to complete the entire paper 100 marks. I will say here 80 marks because professional marks are freely available. Once you cover the relevant points, relevant format of write-up, automatically professional marks you will be getting. So, in exam hall, you should be starting with that question which is best knowledgeable to, best known to you. Try to save time in that. In place of 16 minutes of write-up, complete it in 15 minutes, 14 minutes, save your time so that you can use that time in the difficult areas where your knowledge is less. But leaving the difficult area, writing 2-3 lines is not advisable. We know all this. But whenever we give exam, we do this mistake more than 50% students. Like suppose somebody said that, कि sir, I have given APM exam. मैंने 90 नंबर का अच्छे से लिखा है, 10 नंबर छोड़ दिया. अरे मैं तो आपको 100 बार बोला कि आपको 1 नंबर नहीं छोड़ना है. अब आपने अच्छे से लिखा 90 नंबर, ये आप जान रहे हो, मैंने तो नहीं देखा ना. 10 नंबर जो आपने छोड़ दिया वहां 0 हो गया. अब 90 में 50 लाना मुश्किल होगा. 90 में 50 हो सकता है 46, 47. देन वी से बैड लक. वो पहले से ही पता चल रहा है कि आप 10 मार्क्स का पेपर क्यों नहीं करके आए. जब when I am there in the class, since the first class till the end of the class, in the last class, I am saying पेपर नहीं छोड़ना है, फिर भी आप बात नहीं सुन रहे हो, नहीं चलेगा. That means आपको मेरी बातें नहीं माननी है. तो in that case आप मेरे को communicate नहीं करो. मेरे को गुस्सा आता है कि I said 100 times कि don't leave a single mark paper. आप मैसेज कर रहे हो 90 marks I have written very well. Who says that you have written very well? If you are a good student, you will not leave a single marks paper. I said in my classes, always, मैंने जितना भी एग्जाम दिया है आज तक, कभी भी कोई भी एग्जाम में 1 नंबर का क्वेश्चन आई हैव नॉट लेफ्ट. 1 नंबर का क्वेश्चन. 100 मार्क्स पेपर ऑलवेज आई डिड, ऑलवेज आई पास्ड. मे बी कोई बहुत ज्यादा रैंक फैंक नहीं आया, बट आई नेवर फेल्ड इन द एग्जाम. रीजन इज ओनली वन. आई हैव ऑलवेज गिवन फुल प्लेग्राउंड टू द एग्जामिनर to check my answer sheet. So ultimately examiner will give me marks and I will pass the exam. There will not be any problem to pass the exams. And as far as institute guidelines is concerned, आप यहां देखो कि पास परसेंटेज क्या है. कोई खराब है. 51, 49, 50, 46, 47. Average में we can say the pass percentage is 50%. Out of 100 students giving exam all over the world, average में 50 students are passing this exam. But you go in any elective paper in ACCA, AFM, APM, Advanced Auditing, Advanced Taxation, सब में percentage 35%. The compulsory paper SBL, SBR, pass percentage is around 50%. The students, those who are completing the 100 marks paper, normally those students are passing the exam. Those who are able to perform better, properly writing the answer, they score 60, 70, 80 marks. Somebody scoring rank also. In this paper, in this question paper, if you refer the answer, the calculation part is very, very less. कहीं कोई calculation answer sheet में नहीं है, कहीं. This is column is not the answer. This is they are saying that student has been given professional marks on the basis of what grounds. कोई कैलकुलेशन पूरे क्वेश्चन के आंसर में नहीं है. मतलब हो सकता है कि इन एग्जाम यू आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड टू यूज योर कैलकुलेटर एट ऑल. Strategic business leader case study exam may not be requiring the use of the calculator. Reason is only one. When they are giving the question paper, when they are giving the exhibits, then the calculation they are doing on their own. Maybe some here or there calculation require, you can use word file. Sometimes in the exam, some ratio calculations came, some cash flow calculation came, because it's a SBL exam, there is no syllabus, everything. I need to know the whole world. Yesterday only somebody from Bangalore called me. We are, you can say, the training provider for ACCA SBL. He said that, sir, SBL में वो लोग सारा दुनिया डाल दिए हैं क्या? कुछ बाकी छोड़ा है क्या उन्होंने? कुछ नहीं छोड़ा है. बोले it is very difficult to complete and write the answers. To complete this, you need to have a guidelines. मैं कैसे करूंगा? लेकिन ये पेपर in writing type is theoretical, but it is very practical oriented paper. There is no single question answer written anywhere in any book in any world. Whatever you will be getting in the exam, it is totally new thing, different things. And the usage of calculator is very, very less. Normally, the students are using calculator in 4 hours, maximum for 10 minutes. Maybe कोई calculation दिखाना नहीं है, still you want to calculate some percentage to write, maybe that calculation they are doing. But the usage of calculator is negligible in this exam. And it's a pure write-up each theory, but which is more and more analysis and practical oriented exam. Now, before proceeding further, I am going into CIMA Institute papers. CIMA strategic case study paper. This is, I have downloaded 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Up till 2020, all the papers are downloaded here. Somebody will say that, sir, I will require. I can give, there is no problem. But आप अगर ऐसे सारा टर्म का पेपर पढ़ने जाओगे, कोई फायदा नहीं. How to study, what to study, I will see. But first of all, bring everybody on the same page. Strategic case study. Now, in this strategic case study, this is the pre-seen material. In CIMA, the pre-seen material is released around 40 days before the exam. For the November 2021 exam, pre-seen material will be released on 9th of October. Today there is no pre-seen material available. This type of material for November exam, CIMA will launch on 9th October 2021. And the exam is around 25th of November. So it is around 45-46 days before the exam, they will be releasing the pre-seen material. This is the pre-seen material for February 2020 exam. Okay. Relating to a company, SignPod. What are the things given? SignPod is a coffee making company. The detail about the company, extracts from the corporate published documents. One is social responsibility, vision, mission, goals, board of directors, organization charts, then the principal risk in the business, then internal audit chart, financial statement, extracts from a competitor's financial statement of the company, competitor financial statement, then share price history, the news stories in the journals, and the recent posts from the SD CEO blog. Write up that you are the senior finance manager in the company. In CIMA, they are not giving you the position as NED, as finance manager, as a consultant. No. Only one position you have, senior finance manager of the organization. In ACCA, they are giving you different position to write the answer. In CIMA, the position is fixed, senior finance manager. Whether you are working in any organization as a senior finance manager, as a finance manager, or at a lower level, but in exam you are senior finance manager. The only one responsibility given to CIMA student, you need to write the answers assuming you are the senior finance manager. Now they are presenting the document that how the coffee is made, what is the plugging, what is the coffee market, where we are located. Then you can say all the entire business story they are giving. What is the difference in the ACCA SBL material and this material? Here, the write-up in ACCA is around 12 to 15 pages. Here in CIMA, the write-up is around 25 to 30 pages, double. But in ACCA, the write-up is given on the day of exam. In CIMA, the write-up is given 45-46 days before the exam. That is called as in CIMA, pre-seen material. Pre-seen means you will be able to see the material before the exam. Pre-seen material. It will be uploaded on the institute website on 9th October 2021 for November 2021 exam. But in ACCA, there is no pre-seen material. What will be the industry and all that you will be getting on the exam day, on the exam hall, in the exam hall only. Since it is given a pre-seen material, more detailing is there. They are talking about the development of the coffee industry, when the coffee started developing and all that. They are saying that how the coffee is grown and all that. But here, they are not saying anything about construction industry. They are not saying how the construction industry developed, and so those things are not there, because then in that case, we cannot give exam in 4 hours. ACCA students are given 4 hours, but CIMA students will be given 3 hours, 1 hour less. Because they have been given the pre-seen material in advance. They have been given the pre-seen material about a particular industry on the basis of which the questions will be asked in the exam. That pre-seen material, and you can say in ACCA when you check the question paper, many times they give financials in exhibit, financials of the competitor, cash flow, or you can say newspaper articles, board reports, anything. Similarly, in the CIMA pre-seen material also those things are there. In CIMA, since it is a pre-seen material, the detail about write-ups, the information is more. But in ACCA, since it is straight away on the day of exam, when the exam starts, the detailing is less. But both are giving you information about a particular industry. In that industry, a particular company, their board structure, their business challenges, their financials, competitor financial, opportunities, board minutes, something, those things they are giving to the students. And on the basis of those things, in ACCA they are asking question. In CIMA also they are asking questions. The question paper. Suppose this is variant 1 and this is variant 1 answer also. So variant 1 question paper. The question paper is specifically mentioned there will be 3 tasks. Each task you need to complete in 60 minutes. That means when I am in the exam hall in CIMA, then I cannot go to second or third question. I don't know. CIMA is not allowing you that you can start with your best one. You have to start with the first one only. When you will be in the exam hall, you will be able to see this only and related article with this. You cannot see anything else in the second task, third task. When the 60 minutes will be over, then only you will be given the second task. They are saying initially that there will be 3 tasks, but the task will not be given together. Like for ACCA student, they are given together all the tasks. CIMA students are not given all the 3 tasks together. They will be given the task one by one. First task, 60 minutes, 160 minute over. Whether you have written the answer or not, it will be submitted. You are given the second task. So one by one, you will be given 3 tasks in the CIMA exams. Now, what is this task? They are saying that the chief financial officer stops by your workplace and steps by your and hands you a new story. The chief CFO, your boss, because you are the senior finance manager, CFO, your boss, is stepping in your office and saying in your room, I need to prepare for a board meeting to discuss this development. Many manufacturers could be accused of using natural resources in a wasteful manner, but we have been selected by several environmental campaign groups as a target because we have a high profile. I need you to draft a paper that covers two matters. It is not a, briefing paper, it is a draft paper. Briefing paper, draft paper, slightly different language are used. Firstly, evaluate the argument that the reputational risk associated with our second subtask means you can answer subtask B earlier and then subtask A because this is given to you initially. But I will say that suppose when you write answers, suppose this is your answer sheet, you are typing. This is PDF, I cannot type. But when you are typing, suppose you are typing subtask B. Later on when you type task A, type it earlier. Uske upar, before that. Maybe you can start with subtask B because that is your strong area. You can do. But don't do that. Submit your answer subtask B first and A second. Reason being that, don't think this is an exam. Think that you are working in any organization and somebody has asked you to do something in 1 hour. You have to do it 1 hour. Something has asked you to do something in 3 hours. You have to do in 3 hours. They have asked two things. Normally when you present practically the solutions, you will be presenting first, second. The CIMA is saying that we are making the exam as much practical as possible. Once you submit the task requirement to the practical person, whoever has asked, you are given another work. You are given another work, then you work on that thing. Maybe that other work is related with this area only. Once you submit your guidelines, once you submit your answer, then they are asking based on your answer some other task. So in the practical life, we get to know the other requirements not at a time. The way we work every day, then we get the requirements. So CIMA is saying that bring that in the exam hall. That you are not going to solve all the things together. You will be given one by one things in the practical life. So do those things one by one. I will say that they have given the pre-seen material around 45-50 days before the exam. So they are making it more practical as compared to ACCA students. You can say. They are not giving all the tasks together and you need to write. So they are saying firstly evaluate the argument that the reputational risk associated with our environmental impact should have been identified and managed before Planet Guard create its online petition. Secondly, recommend with reasons the strategy that SD should follow in order to minimize the impact of legislation that would make us responsible for recycling our own waste. The second question is on recommendation on something, the first question on something. We have not gone through with the pre-seen material. The news story referred. In the news story, this thing was not given in the pre-seen. This is an extra news story they are giving in the exam hall. You need to read this story and then you can build up your answer. That means it is not you can say 10, 11 or 7, 8 class comprehension type. There are extra information developed in the exam hall which is unseen. Some extra calculation, some extra working, some extra write-up, some extra discussion, definitely, always. And then on the basis of those extra development, they are asking question. So your pre-seen knowledge is required, but then this thing cannot be prepared in advance. What type of situation, what type of exhibit, what they will give in exam, nobody can estimate in advance. You need to analyze the situation, what extra detail given, what they are asking, what I know from the pre-seen from 45 days study, then you will be planning your answers. Now the answer presentation. This is the institute answer for that paper which I have opened, variant 1. These answers have been provided by CIMA for information purpose only. The answers created are indicative of a response that could be given by a good candidate. They are not to be considered exhaustive. There are other relevant points possible, not covered in the model answer. and other appropriate relevant responses would receive credit. So you write something else which is not written in the answer, which is valid, marks will be given. CIMA will not accept challenges to those answers on the basis of academic judgment. Suppose somebody is academic knowledgeable person reading this answer based on the question, challenging the institute that your answer, they are not ready to accept any challenges. Reason is only one, there is no fixed answer for any question. There are different views, there are different aspects, may not be covered in the answer, so there is no question of challenging the answer. Again, CIMA section 1, reputational risk they have covered. Again, the second 2 is strategy. And then section 2, ethical arguments. Then requirement financing. One second. The section 2. We have just read section 1. In the section 1, there are 2 things. One is relating to reputational risk and one is relating to strategy to deal with the what recommendation we should be giving. In CIMA also you can see they are not writing Roman 1, Roman 2, A, B, C, D, one line like we do in Indian exams. They are writing the answers in paragraph format. One thing you want to explain, you need to explain it properly. The same thing which is there in ACCA exam answer format also. Maybe you can give this paragraph a separate heading. It's upon you. Maybe you can underline this thing that you are covering here. You can make this as a bold thing. But according to me, the time pressure is very high in both the exams. आपको ये सब bold, underline, ये सब बाद में करिएगा. If you get time. But if somebody thinks that I want to score world rank first and all that, और उसका speed बढ़िया है, maybe you can do that. You will be highlighting, you will be underlining, you will be making bold, or maybe you will be putting some subheadings and all that. But institute answer is not putting any subheading, not putting any underline, not putting any bolding things or anything. They are writing the answer as per the requirement and in paragraph format to explain their thought process. So, if I will say difference in the pattern of exam, in ACCA, the material will be given in the exam hall. For that reason, it is a lower material, maximum 12 to 15 pages. In CIMA, material will be given in advance, 40, 45, 50 days before the exam, which is giving you information about a particular industry. In the material, the areas are common. For ACCA, for CIMA, the case study, which is relating to a particular industry, particular company, there are some details, business, financials, challenges, opportunities, in exhibits, news clips, these way the details are given. In CIMA, the details are more there because they are giving you as a pre-seen material. In CIMA, we can do the industry analysis. The same. For CIMA also roughly same. If I will say that one question is of say 33 marks, because 100, normally they say that examiners give 150 marks, because CIMA exams are 150 marks. So this is, you can say 100 marks paper, 150. The first question is 50, because all 3 questions are 50, 50, 50. In 50, they are saying 50, 50%. That means 25 marks, 25 marks. 25 marks. You can't write straight away writing the answer after. You need to give time to read the unseen requirements, to give to whatever suggestions they have given, you will be taking time. According to me, I say that about, if we are getting 3 hours, 60 minutes, in 60 minutes, I will take around 5 to 6 minutes at least to read the requirement, to read the exhibit and all that. So without writing anything, my 5-6 minutes gone. Out of 60 minutes, 5-6 minutes gone. Still I have read, but I cannot write straight away. I will need to plan myself. Again, I will be giving 3-4 minutes in planning. I am thinking that I will be covering this. I am writing one point, another point. In the second thing, I am writing some points. I am thinking. I am planning my answers with some short write-up, short bullet points write-up. Suppose this has taken further 3-4 minutes. So out of my 60 minutes, approximately my 10 to 12 minutes gone without writing anything actually. So I am left with around 38 to 40 minutes. Since 50-50, it is said, so half-half. You can say around 20, around 19 minutes each. Again, the typing speed should be 1.5 line per minute. So it is 19 minutes means what? 19 into 1.5, 30 lines. We say any person who are giving the case study exam in ACCA CIMA, they all are working. And when they are working on computer, laptop, screen. They must have certainly developed a certain speed of typing something on the screen. Those typing speed, as an average, they are saying 1.5 lines per minute. If somebody can type faster, that is the strength of that student. If somebody can type lesser, they need to increase their speed. Tomorrow is not the exam. Exam is there in November 25th around. So still we have ample of time is there to regularly practice, so that we can increase our typing speed, because maybe somebody has the habit of thinking and writing in a copy pen. But since exam is computer based, we need to develop the habit of typing on the screen, reading on the screen, writing on the screen. We need to practice continuously, not one day. Somebody is good, average typing speed is 1.52 lines already. Why not make it 2.5? Why not? So that you will be getting more time to think and then write. If you increase your speed, it is better for you. But at least average guidelines we need to follow. So both the institute are saying 1 minute, 1.5 lines. So if it's you are taking in the first answer around 15, 19 minutes to write. So you need to write 19 into 1.5 around 30 lines, 30, 60 lines. If you count the institute answer, it is lengthier. It's not 60 lines, it is 100, 120 lines. But as they are saying, it is not the exact answer which the student can write. It is not the only answer which the student can write. There are valid points which are not written in the answer. It is for tuition purpose. It is for helping how the answers to be written, what format and everything. For that reason the answers are written. But the speed in CIMA and ACCA is same. There is no difference in the speed. Both are computer based exam. In ACCA 1 hour extra to read the scenario. In CIMA that 1 hour is taken because you are given the pre-seen material in advance. Why they will give that 1 hour extra to you? So for that reason the writing time for ACCA student or CIMA student is approximately same only. 1 or 2 minutes here and there. The question is of 100 marks, in CIMA 150. So we will be adjusting our time accordingly so that we can write every minute 1.5 lines.
CIMA, there are 2 subtasks, right? So you said 6 minutes of pre-reading and 3 to 4 minutes.
There is no thumb rule for this. It can vary from a student to student.
I understand. But roughly 6 minutes for pre-reading and 3 to 4 minutes for
planning
the answer.
Yes.
So 10 minutes for each subtask, so roughly 20 minutes.
Not each subtask. Why? When you are reading this, you are not reading for subtask A or B. You are reading for both. Why?
In that case, we have 50 minutes, right? So 25 minutes each.
Yes. So I said that key out of, I mean to say 60 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes gone. So you are left with around 38 minutes. 38 minutes since the 2 parts are half. So 9.
Minutes, right?
Around 38 to 40. Around.
No. If I take 10 minutes out of 60 minutes, it will be 50 minutes roughly.
ठीक है, okay, 20 minutes. I said 19 to 20. So 20 minutes means 20 into 1.5, 30 lines.
Yeah, okay.
So for...
Okay. Sorry, I don't want to waste time. I just thought it's out of 60 minutes, if we do 10 minutes of pre-reading and planning, so roughly 50 minutes will be left. So which will be 25 minutes each. So 25 into 1.5, roughly 40 lines.
Okay. So you are saying that since I said 10 minutes, so it is 25. Yes, sir, sorry. So 25 into 1.5, around 35 lines. 35, 70 lines. Yes, my mistake, sorry. So I mean to say that whatever, maybe suppose the question is, you will go in the second question, that in it is not, tasks are 50%, 60-40. Now out of 50 minutes, 60% means 30 minutes you will be giving to this and 20 minutes you will be giving to this. Depending upon the percentage of marks, you will be allocating your time. Because it is not always 25. It may be differing because of the requirements marks. noting major points, time not considered. I will say that it is very difficult to exactly say that this time will be taken by every student. Maybe when we are doing classes, in the class you are taking some different time. In the exam hall, the case study is different, the question is different. Maybe you are taking more time. So I'm saying as a general practice that in reading the scenario of the unseen question, requirements, some related topic which they have given, will take around 5 to 6 minutes for any average student. And then he need to plan for around at least 3 to 4 minutes to write what he will be writing. So around 10 to 12 minutes is gone, balance is left in which you will be writing. And that 3 to 4 minutes planning can be some bullet points, which you will elaborate later. That I will cover this relating to financials, I will cover relating to profit and all that way. We can't be very rigid that this is going to be there. It's impossible because everything is different here. Now there is no exact case that the question will be this topic, that, nothing there. Neither in ACCA, neither in CIMA. Now, in case of CIMA, there is a new route developed, CIMA FLP route. There are many students in our class who are in the FLP route, which is Finance Leadership Planning route, to give the case study exam. To give the strategy exam is only one. In FLP route also, you need to give only strategy case study exam. But the FLP students need to complete assignments so that they will be allowed to give SCS exam. What is assignment? Assignment means, suppose I am teaching a topic, corporate governance. The corporate governance basic principles, Turnbull report, or you can say COSO corporate governance guidelines. In the corporate governance, executive, non-executive directors, this, that I am discussing. Relating to corporate governance, in your assignment there is a topic in the institute website, software, whatever name you say. And suppose relating to corporate governance, they have given 10 questions. You need to solve those 10 questions, which is not write-up, which is objective type, multiple choice, match, like that, which is not involving any write-up. When you solve those assignments, while solving the assignments, you can open the book. Suppose you are solving the assignments here on the screen, maybe you can open a physical book, maybe you can take another computer, another laptop, you can open that topic, and maybe you can solve the assignments along with the opening the material, because it is not an exam. Assignment is not an exam. Why the assignment criteria is there? They are saying that when you will be giving a strategic case study exam, if you don't know anything relating to the syllabus, maybe you will be facing problem in answering the questions, in passing the exam. And at the same time, students should be having some basic technical understanding. The question comes here, then why they are asking some of the students straight away to give a strategic case study exam, and some of the students, those who are through the FLP route, to solve the assignments? Even the students, those who are going straight away for a strategic case study exam, not solving the assignments, they are suggesting them that you need to go through with the syllabus brush up. What is there in the syllabus? But why they are not asked at assignments? Because they understand that if the student don't know the basic things in the syllabus, they will not be able to pass the exam. So if you want to pass a strategic case study, you need to have basic understanding of the syllabus. So for FLP students, first of all, entire syllabus F3, P3, E3, you need to solve assignments relating to one particular subject, say F3. There are around 200 questions in assignments. Similarly P3, similarly E3. They will not be allowed to sit for the exam unless and until the assignments are completed, because the system which they are giving, that system will put a tick. When the assignment, when the F3 is over, it will put a tick. Tick means now you can book the case study exam. For FLP student, they are not charging any fees. Already whatever you are paying for the FLP route entry, that is covered, the tuition fees, exam fees, everything is covered. So you can straight away book the exam through that FLP software only. For CIMA strategic case study student, not going in FLP, chartered accountant, CMA and all that, then they are saying that कि आपसे already we have taken under GPAP route the entire exam fees and everything. You can go on the CIMA website, schedule your exam by putting your ID and password, which is in My CIMA you can use. Now the question coming is that for GPAP route, direct strategic case study students, the CIMA Institute is saying that if you give exam, could not qualify, the next time when you go for exam, we will charge exam fees again. This term, those who gave the exam, many of the students has been allowed to sit for the next exam without charging additional fees, but that's exceptional. Normally they are saying you need to pay for the exam fees again, which is around 25,000 if you could not qualify in the first sitting. So exam fees will be again. In case of FLP, they are not charging exam fees. They have said, if you give the exam, could not qualify, we don't charge. But in FLP, they have set the tone that within 1 year, you need to complete. Within 1 year, if you don't complete, whatever you have paid for the FLP, you need to pay again. And that is a big amount, around 2 lakh rupees. Because when you entered into FLP as an existing student, they have given discounted price. Normally, 1 year FLP fees is £1,995. So for that reason, it is very costly. The student need to be very focused that I have to complete under FLP route CIMA within 1 year. Now you cannot think that you will be giving a strategic case study exam after completing assignments in the 4th term only. Suppose somebody is already in the FLP route. The first term is November, Feb, May, August. By August, if you don't clear, you need to pay again for the entire FLP route, then they will allow you. So I can say that normally, if I am a CIMA only strategic case study student like Anupriya, or I am Sandilia like a FLP route student, the study amount is same. The study which Anupriya is doing, the study which Sandilia will be doing, it's same. There is no difference in the study. What is extra for Sandilia? The extra is solving the assignments. Till the time your assignments are not solved, you can't give the exam. And if you try to give exam for a strategic case study as early as possible, you need to have a target that I will be completing the assignments by this much time. Otherwise, time will not stop. And you will be losing. Maybe if within 1 year you are not completing, you will not do CIMA, you will leave the course. Because you are not interested in giving again 2 lakh rupees to the institute. I don't think so anybody should be giving. But assignments is not an exam. You can solve the assignments by opening books and all that. They are not questioning. And in assignments, they are saying the results should be 50%. If they have given in corporate governance 10 questions, you have done 5 questions correct. Once you correct, then automatically it will be coming a tick, corporate governance done. Suppose today morning you were free. You started doing corporate governance assignment. But suppose after 5 minutes you got disturbed, something is happening, which is bold from the blue, you stopped. Not a problem. Again in the evening you can sit. Again start with the corporate governance. But the questions will be changing. Because the corporate governance questions are coming from a bunch of a question. Not that in the morning when you started doing the assignment, the same question will be coming in the evening. They will be changing. But it is not an exam. There is no exam fees for solving the assignment, nothing. But till the time the student don't complete the assignments, they are not allowed to sit for the strategic case study exam. So what should be the strategy to study for FLP students? I can see that in the previous batch, I taught E3. Here in this batch, the major portion we are going to discuss E3 and P3. Then we can say that after this batch, in the month of December 10th around, I will be starting F3, financial strategy. If somebody is very eager to give exam in November, then in that case, start solving your assignments for F3, P3, and with the recordings of the F3 batch. Somebody will say that I am only strategic case study student, not going to go for FLP. that much study, because individual subjects I have given classes to students, those who are in FLP route. Reason is only one. Not that I want that they need to go through the entire syllabus, every class in detail, but they need to go through brush up so that they can answer the assignments questions. If you are finding problem in some of the questions of the assignments, while solving the assignment, you can take a screenshot, because you are maybe not getting the answers in the book also. You can send a mail, I will help you, but you need to have a target that मेरा assignment फटाफट complete हो. Otherwise मेरे को exam देने नहीं मिलेगा. For strategic case study student, direct, they are allowed to give exam for strategic case study. But assignments वाला को assignments complete करना होगा. That's the criteria. So when I will be teaching in the classes in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, that is not based on case study. That is basically covering the different technical part of the syllabus. Maybe strategies, maybe corporate governance, maybe financials, maybe financial evaluation, ratio analysis, so many things are there. I will say that if somebody is giving F3, P3, E3 exam, the same questions are there. Somebody is giving exam, so for that reason for them, that is not only in strategic, in operational level, F1, E1, P1, the scenario based, but there is no write-up. And when you are doing wrong, you are not failing. Suppose out of 10, you have done 8 wrong. Suppose. That means the tick is not coming. Again, you will sit in the evening. Again, next time, so that you get at least 50% marks. If the 50% correct solutions are there, the tick will be coming, you can proceed. And you can start from any topic. It's not that you need to start with corporate governance only. But if we will be delaying here, we are losing our money. Somebody already registered for, say, August exam, and in FLP route, not given of August. One term is already gone. Only 3 terms left. Somebody is going to start from now. Maybe you need to target at least February to give the exam. आप ये नहीं सोच सकते कि आप मई और अगस्त 2022 में एग्जाम दोगे. It will be very problematic because 1 year will over. In FLP route, the target, this is not in FLP route for this exam, for this, that. It's annual subscription. 1 year subscription, £1,995. For CIMA strategic case study, direct student Anupriya, there is no assignments. But when they give the exam, they could not qualify. The next exam, they need to pay normally the exam fees again. In both the CIMA SCS and CIMA FLP, exam is only one. Strategic case study, which I showed. The strategic case study material for 2 terms are same. For November term, for February 2022. No separate material. Whatever they will release on 9th October 2021, that same material will be relevant for February 2022 exam. So suppose somebody could not able to give exam for November 2021 because of some issues or anything. For February, there is no pre-seen new material, no. Whatever November material, on the basis of that, they will be taking exams in February 2022 also. This they have made the rule since 2019. Earlier, for every term, there was a separate pre-seen material. From 19 onwards, there is one material for 2 terms. So we will not be having a separate case study based classes for February 2022. Because whatever I will be teaching based on the material which will be released on November 2021, based on October 29th October, that same material is relevant for February 2022 exam. So if you are not giving exam in November, you can go with the recorded classes for February 2022 with the same story, because there is no new material. So we have designed our classes in such a way for both the type of students, developing our technical knowledge, relating to all the areas of the syllabus, which is, there is no syllabus, everything you want to know in life. But covering those portions with practical examples, understanding, sometime it becomes monotonous also. And then you can say that we will be taking the classes based on case study. So what is my way of teaching? On Monday, Wednesday class, we will be covering the different areas of E3, P3, F3 in technical manner, what is there in the syllabus with examples. So when I am covering a particular area, suppose I am covering ethics. Now the ethics question from E3 and P3, you should complete if you are FLP student. If you are not FLP student, ethics हम लोग जो discuss कर रहे हैं, every student, whether it's ACCA, whether it's CIMA FLP, whether it's CIMA SCS, if you interested in learning anything, you are not going to get any benefit. Mugging up learning कोई काम नहीं है. Neither for FLP student also. As Sandelia, you have started doing solving questions. If you mug up anything, I don't think so. Out of 200, more than 5 questions you can solve. उसके अंदर solution में कोई mugging up नहीं है. There is no mugging up. It's all practical application understanding. So wherever the English language is written, I am to not interested in mugging up any language. I will advise from the first class, don't try to mug up anything. And when we will be doing this Monday, Wednesday classes, to test our knowledge, I will be regularly giving questions in the class. The way I was giving in the previous batch in APM, or you can say E3. Those questions, somebody will say that relevant only for ACCA student. They are totally wrong. Because आपको सीमा केस स्टडी में करना क्या है? What is your exam? Your exam is theory write-up only. Your exam is not multiple choice questions. Your ultimate exam is that only which I am asking in the class regularly. So if somebody is not answered, सन ये ACCA का है, तो फिर आपका बाद में भी नहीं होना है. जब फिर लास्ट में जब when the exam comes, sir, they have written like this. How I will write? When 3 months the classes are going on and you are not following the instructions, you are thinking it is not relevant for me. You are thinking that it is given from another book, which is not my material. You can open your P3 material, F3 material, E3 material. उसके अंदर जो क्वेश्चंस दिए हुए हैं चैप्टर में, वो सारे 70% कॉमन है जो ACCA के अंदर दिए हुए हैं. कापलान नहीं लिखा है. It is written by Kaplan only. Because we will not be able to write the answers in 20 minutes, 30 lines, a relevant answer, if we don't practice. Because without practice, nothing can be done. You go on reading the stuff again and again. The practice is regular write-up. Maybe in the class I am giving question, you are submitting the answers. Other than that also, regularly you need to practice in writing. With that, automatically your FLP assignments will be completed faster because your concepts are there. Because there are 3 types of learning. One is reading. One is seeing the video. One is doing a study on your own write-up. According to me, all 3 types of study required to pass the exam. Whether it's an FLP assignment or not doesn't matter. Read the stuff once or twice. Don't try to mug up. Do the classes. If you miss the class, do the recordings. Whatever is taught in the class, on the basis of that, some questions you need to answer in writing. Writing means not in copy pen, on the screen. Read the question from any book, whether from P3, F3, E3, ACC, SBL, whatever you like. There is no problem. आपको जहां से करना है आप करो, कोई issue नहीं है. But you have to practice in writing regularly. I don't think so. According to me, if you go for February, the problems are much larger than November. Because even today also there is no pre-seen material. The material will be released in October. And whatever basic study, suppose you were there with us for more than around 2 months, around 1.5 months, already the ACCA SBL December 2020 classes given. My experience is that those who give exam later, not along with me, they generally face कि sir उस समय ज़्यादा better था. You were checking the answers, we were evaluating, the grip was much better. But in February, the grip is lost. Out of 100 students, those who are giving exam in November, normally around 70%. And out of 70%, the results will be greater than 80%. Those 30% who are not giving exam in November, they are not giving in February also, maximum. Those who are giving, the pass percentage is within 20%. That's my case. That the student, those who are not giving exam in November, taking for February, then in that case they are losing. They are not giving exam in February also, and if they are giving, the chances of their failure is very high. Trideep, did I said anything separate for you as compared to FLP students? I have not said anything separate. I said that whether you are an ACCA SBL student, whether you are CIMA SCS student, whether you are CIMA FLP students, every student need to have some basic understanding of technical part, which we will be covering on Monday, Wednesday morning. On the basis of that technical part, we should be practicing some questions in writing. Then when the pre-seen material will be released on 9th October, on the basis of that, we will be having Saturday classes so that we can make it separate. Case study based classes, what type of questions coming, practicing that, because that is more and more practice only. Every student need to do the same only. Just that Sandilia FLP student, what extra they need to do? Relating to the topic which is covered, complete the assignment at that time only. If we have covered one particular area, then cover the assignment today or tomorrow only. If you fail, if you are not able to again do tomorrow, what's the issue? There is no pass mark, failing, exam fees, nothing. But you need to have a target that I need to complete the assignment so that I can book my exam. Because CIMA FLP student will be booking the exam through FLP software. And FLP software will not allow you to book the exam till the time all the assignments are having a tick. The CIMA strategic case study student can book the exam anytime because they don't have assignment issue. But CIMA case study student also need to study the topics. I don't remember, normally around 15 days before the exam. If the exam date is 25th of November, then the last date is around 9th or 10th of November. But recently they are allowing to book the exam even 2 days before the exam also. Why? Because the exam is computer based, sitting in home. A student can give exam by sitting in home. So for that reason they are allowing even 2 days before, but that is not the normal case. Normally they say 25th is the exam by 10th. I normally say that students should book exam by October end. They should not be going into November. For ACCA student, exam is in December. So this exam booking date is October end anyhow. So both the students should be booking exam by October end. If somebody is not giving exam, my experience is 90% of you who are not giving exam in November will not give exam in February also. Because that's I have experience in years, not only one term. I will say that when you are taking the classes, why you will be reading that? When you are doing a particular classes, then in that case you should straight away going into assignments. If somebody is doing self-study, read, scenario, video, that's they will be doing. Why? Because otherwise you are putting so much efforts that is not required now. We are to already discussed.
So there is no assignment separately. So they are giving some topics,
Huh?
like you have to read it, and then there are a few questions, and then.
So without reading we skip.
Yeah, but I'm saying that for few topics like cyber security
Huh?
and other things,
Huh?
they have pre-test as well. Like if you clear the pre-test,
Huh?
the tick mark will come automatically. You don't have to go through the.
Somewhere when something is there, you have to do that, because if they are not allowing you to solve the assignments without a pre-test, you will be doing that. But you need to complete that. Suppose we have studied ethics. You need to complete that today only, the ethics pre-test or anything. That I am saying. You should not be delaying, because otherwise the 1 year will over like this. Never the time will stop. And then you understand that you are not interested in giving 2 lakh again to them. Never. Okay. Okay. In case of ACCA, in your case, when you were saying in case of ACCA, there is an ethics and professional module. Institute is suggesting that the students should be completing ethics and professional module before going for any strategic level exam, and specifically SBL, SBR. So if in our class, those who are strategic level students and have not done ethics and professional module, complete that. It is not an exam. It will be giving you some videos from the institute website only, around 18 to 20 hour videos. Based on that, some assignments. You fulfill that, see the video, complete the assignments. Then you will be getting a certificate, ethics and professional module complete. The fees for that on the institute website, £66. Every student, those who are going for a strategic level paper, SBL or SBR, should be completing that, because anyhow that is a must. If you complete that, you will be better able to manage the professionalism and ethics portion in the exam. So I will say that, Nida, I think you have not done, complete that today only. Pay the fees on the institute website, do that. So like in your case, I mean to say maybe Sudeep or somebody are required to do as an official requirement. In the course material, it is a compulsion in ACCA that you need to complete that ethics and professional module. Whether Kajal, have you done that? The ethics and professional module of ACCA? Let me complete. Relating to that, I will say, Kajal or Padam, Visal, have you done that ethics and professional module? Yes. Those who have not done, my strong advice to all the ACCA student, complete that. जिसने नहीं किया है, please complete कर लीजिए, आपका नंबर अच्छा आएगा. You will have better control over professionalism and ethics areas. For CIMA, I will say FLP student has to do that. For SCS students, we will be teaching in the class. We will be discussing the ethics and professionalism, but not that much detail which ACCA has given in their around 20 hours videos. You can say that we will be covering, which will be able, you will be able to understand, but it's a requirement. So, according to me, we will be doing Monday, Wednesday, technical study up till when? Around till 28th November. In this technical study, regularly the test will be there in the class, regularly I will be giving questions. You need to write the answers within 20-25 minutes. I will evaluate your answer. That will be going. I can say that suppose up till 28th we will be taking 20 classes. In 20 classes, at least 5 to 6 classes, I will be going with the test. Now suppose somebody is not there in the live class. Later on you can't submit that. You can submit for yourself. You can do the recordings. You will understand what guidelines I am saying. But you have to be there in the class so that I can check that. Then on Saturday, we will be doing case study based classes. Why these classes are essential? 28th November, man. सारा चीज 20th October तक खत्म नहीं होएगा. But you need to understand that. Suppose Padam, oh sorry, yes. नहीं 20th November, ठीक ही तो है यार. Because last 20 days exam is there, I think in 9th or 10th of December, ACCA exam. So last 20 दिन को मिलेगा, जो भी यार 7th December. तो हम लोग यहाँ पर on Saturday we will be doing case study based classes. That is also up till 28th November. I have given the schedule to all of you. Maybe Padam आपको नहीं मिला है क्योंकि बताऊंगा क्यों नहीं मिला. I will again give the schedule to all of you. I mean to say that by Saturday, along with these two types of classes, up till 28th November, we will cover both the types of things. These classes are very important for ACCA student. ACCA student. Very important. Why? Because उनके भी case study आएगा. How to analyze a case study, how to analyze a question, how to write the answers, they need to do. And in these classes, huge focus on writing the answers, time management, and skills to pass. because that can be taught only on the basis of a specific case study material. Maybe that material is not relevant for ACCA students, because their material will be on the day of exam they will be getting, but they will be able to conversant themselves. And then after 28th November till I can say 2nd December, only ACCA mock papers. Only ACCA mock papers, because now the CIMA student gone, they have already their exam on 25th November. We have been taught everything, they have been taught everything by 28th November. So they will give exam and the classes will be focusing on ACCA mock papers. What we will be doing? I will be giving in the class any paper, maybe from websites from somewhere, wherever I have, 4 hours, maybe a CIMA paper I will be giving them by deleting something for 4 hours. And I will be asking to write the answers exactly in 4 hours. Then I will be checking their answers and giving them the feedback. You will say that for CIMA student you will not be doing, we will be doing. On Saturday classes we will be doing the mock test and all that. That ACCA student will also be giving. I can say that around full 4-hour based, 3-hour based exam, we will be having at least 4 to 5 for ACCA students, for CIMA student at least 3 exams based on exactly 3 hours. So that we are conversant that in the exam hall we can write the answers. Whether you attend the live class or not, how to study according to me, which is you can say the proven formula. No. In any exam, autocorrect of spelling grammar is not there, but the examiner are not deducing marks because of spelling or grammar mistake. They have written. I'm not going into guidelines. In ACCA, CIMA, both the guidelines are written that grammatical mistake, spelling mistake, no deduction of marks. When you will not be given marks, whatever you are writing, I'm not understanding what you are writing, then I will not give you marks. But for spelling and grammar mistake, no deduction. The software does not involve automatic, it is not Google or Word file. Reason is only one, if they will incorporate these features, then the student can go into Google to write the answer. That is not allowed. For that reason, those features are not there. How to study? Always try to attend the live class. That's always my suggestion. You will get a better feeling, because already Monday, Wednesday classes are slightly technical based. So it will be boring in doing the recordings. So if you attend the live classes, it is always better. Still, if you cannot complete the recordings before the next class, if the today class is over, next class is on Wednesday, try to complete by today evening, tomorrow evening, at least any time. If you did the class, then also do the recordings again at 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed. If you did the live class, then also do the recordings. If you have not done the live class, then first of all do recordings exactly in 2.5 hours, and then next time again do the recordings in 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed. So you can complete that class of 2.5 hours in 2 hours, in 1.5 hours, like that. Do the same thing again which is taught in the class. Suppose a question we solve in the class, not as a write-up, as a verbally. We discussed 1 or 2 questions from a particular area, not that they are exam standard question, because suppose we have studied ethics, we have studied ethical dilemmas, then relating to that we discussed 1 or 2 questions in the class. Do those questions in writing on your own. Do the same thing again which is taught in the class in writing. In writing. Writing in the sense not on copy pen, on screen. When we have discussed that, you have done that 2 times, you need to test how much you can write. How much time you are taking to write a particular answer? What are the things you are able to cover? Because you have already done twice, live recorded again. That means you can write very well. Analyze your comfort. Analyze that things. That's a practice for speed. That's the practice for knowing the knowledge. That's the practice to bring the speed in writing the answers. Everything is going on together. 1 or 2 questions should be solved on your own, which is not discussed in the class. When you have done the live class, recorded class, you have done the questions which we have solved in the class, then do the study on your own, at least 1 or 2 questions. From the ethics, some question which we have not discussed, take 1 question that I will be completing this question in 30 minutes. And that question you will be reading, writing the answers, everything within 30 minutes. Then you compare with the model answers. When you see the model answer, you will understand where you need to improve. 99.99%. Still suppose you are not getting the feeling. You are not understanding. You have different opinion, they have written different, and still after reading the answer, you are not getting to conclusion. We are there in the class. Next class, send your question in a Word file, your answer, institute answer. Then we will discuss at length that where you are going wrong, where you are thinking correct. At length we will discuss. Maybe you are not there in the class. Send the mail. I will open the mail. You don't have to remind me कि सर मैंने एक मेल भेजा है. मैं 24 घंटा मेल के पास ही हूं. When I get up in the morning, I first of all check mails and WhatsApp. When I am sleeping in the bed, then also I am going into mails and WhatsApp. आपको याद नहीं दिलाना है. आप टेंशन मत लो. आपने मेल किया है, आप क्लास में हो नहीं हो, your query will be resolved in the class properly. So if you are not able to do live classes because your offices have a different time and all that, कोई बात नहीं है. आपकी ऑफिस के टाइम अलग है, आप नहीं कर पा रहे हो, बिकॉज वैसे भी 90% लाइव क्लास कभी नहीं करते, चाहे वो फ्री है नहीं है, whatever. I mean to say that, but with the class, when the classes are going on, remain with the class so that you can go on clearing your doubts with the classes. Make your own notes. Notes माने क्या? It's not that you will copy paste everything whatever I have written in the slide or from Kaplan or from the, no. वो तो लिखा हुआ है वहां. Maybe suppose you are studying ethics. Relating to ethics, there is a portion objectivity. You are thinking that ये थोड़ा confusing है, even though I have done so many things, but I am not getting 100% clarity. यहां से मेरे को समझ में आया. You can copy paste that area. That this area I will be revising again for understanding ethics objectivity. Or maybe there is a particular question which is very good, which is helping you to understand so many things. You copy paste the entire question and answer. Copy paste. Maybe there is something when you have written, you found that I have written very well, that you need to paste. Anything which you want again for revision purpose should be written in your notes. These notes you can make in Hindi, English, Bengali, Urdu, Farsi, whatever. Because this is not to be given to anybody. This is your notes. But when you have given so much study, that means next time the study cannot be done with the recordings, with the Kaplan, with this, that. The study, the revision should be done through your own notes. If you make your own notes, revision should be done only through your notes. Those notes when you refer, believe me, you will be able to revise very fast because that you have done already at length earlier. So you will be able to do the revision very fast if you follow your own notes policy. And on the day of exam, you will be referring your notes only. So you don't have to waste your time on opening the videos, this, that and all that, because that is very time consuming. Otherwise, why we are giving time earlier to understanding a concept? So study always revision with your own notes. Something you have done in 5 hours in live class, recorded class, you will be able to do in half an hour with your own notes. Apna khud ka write up is a must. If it is not required, why I am writing? I have to written in the previous batch also. Here and there, comma, full stop. But again, to bring the feeling in the class for myself, for you, if I don't write, I will not get the feeling. The last leg of study is writing. If you read something, if you do the videos, but till the time I am not writing something, that will not be in my control. All the three levels of study is required to get something knowledge. So that you need to do. You need to write your notes. I'm saying, now all of you has been given so many materials. Just, you can say, I have sent material to all of you. All of you. Suppose this is. In this I have given ACCA SBL link also, CIMA SCS link also. Both the link given. It's not that ki ACCA student has not been given CIMA material, CIMA student has not been given ACCA material, both. If I will go in this Google Drive, the Google Drive material, suppose ACCA SBL material. In the previous batch, when I took mock test, then the student, those who submitted their answers, marking guidelines, that is on the top. That you cannot do now, because first of all, let the syllabus at least 60-70% complete. Then there is an introduction to SBL exam. There is an ethics and professional module. There is a previous batch. All the video list, what I taught in the this is given to all the students, not only ACCA, CIMA student also. The video list of December 2020 batch, in which video, in which class I taught what. There were around 14 classes. You can say that around 15 to 20 classes. This time also the same thing. Then you can say ACCA SBL, this batch video, what I am teaching. Maybe first class, I see that when 2-3 classes are over, sir, which class you taught what? I have now made a rule that I will be updating here whatever I will be teaching in any class. When the today class is over, I will be writing what I have taught. So you don't have to ask. किसी से पूछना नहीं है कि भाई कहाँ है. ACCA SBL, how to prepare. I have taken a webinar around 10-12 days back, that how to prepare for exam for every subject of ACCA. Relating to that webinar, the document is already uploaded. I will give in the list the webinar link also. I will just upload. Then this is, you can say, a document which I use in the class, which is already uploaded here, which actually says what? This document is saying what? This document is saying all the different types of formats which is required in the exam, even for CIMA student also. Sometime they are asking this format, memo, pad, a mail, every type of format taken from the website only. That is I have given here. Maybe you are not able to see, but I will be opening this slide later when I will be teaching the subject. I will be opening, but this is uploaded for you already. Then last batch, December 2020, whatever the way I am writing the class slides, I will be regularly writing something here. I will be sending this slide after the end of the class. ACCA SBL, CIMA SCS, class slides up till first class. After second class, up till second. You don't have to request. You will be getting these class slides. So the last batch class slides is uploaded. Somebody is doing the video of the December batch. Then SBL exam kit, from where you can do the question. SBL study text, where you can study also. SBL, you can see pocket notes, short notes. SBL short notes by the institute given to us to teach to the students. Revision notes, which is earlier short notes. This is required, this is not, but still it is uploaded here. Then you can see the one term question, all the question papers are there on the ACCA website. Since I solved that in the class, then I uploaded. Then there is BPP exam kit also. So many things are there. If I will go for CIMA material, CIMA strategic case study, CIMA SCS, E3, P3, F3, all individual material. At the same time, May-August case study. May-August is I taught in the previous batch. Now I am teaching November and February. I will upload that. once it is complete. But suppose for solving the assignments, the study text, the exam kit, our notes and everything is there. इतना सारा notes अगर आप सारा download करेंगे, once you download E3, P3, F3, AC, I think you will puzzle. If I am there in front of you, you are the teacher, I am the student, I will puzzle. So which material should refer? That is my advice. Whether you are CIMA student, whether you are ACC or any student, whether you are FLP student, which material you should refer? Refer class slides, refer, I will say, ACCA SBL revision kit, revision 2021, which is written as short notes actually, written as short notes 2021. Refer ACCA SBL pocket notes. Refer ACCA SBL pocket notes. Sometime, if you are not understanding, even by referring these material, even with the class, everything done, still you are not understanding, then you can refer either ACCA SBL study text or CIMA E3, P3, F3. If you find that after doing the classes, after referring the short notes, after the pocket notes, still you are not getting the confidence, then in that case you will refer the other material. Normally in the class also and at your level when you study properly, you will not require 95% of the times to refer the material. Because why? We are discussing in the class at length. And for doing questions as practice, refer ACCA SBL Kaplan exam kit. Only one. You don't have to refer CIMA E3, P3, F3 also, because anyhow for the case study exam these questions are not 100% relevant. But how we will practice? If we have studied certain topics, how we will practice that key we know this thing? Because when the questions will be coming in the case study, and if you don't know, you cannot write anything. So you need to practice the questions from the SBL exam kit. For CIMA FLP student, solve the assignment regularly with a target. Otherwise the time will go and you will lose your money, and it's a big amount for that reason. So have a target that I need to complete the assignments. Which topic? The topic which we are completing in the class. The way we are completing, you need to study like that. All need to study the way we will complete the syllabus. You understand that when I said earlier you will be doing live class, so you are already giving 2.5 hours. If you are not doing live class, I am saying do the recordings for 2.5 hours. Then I am saying do the recording at a high speed, say around in 1.5 hours, 4 hours. Then I am saying that do the question which we have solved in the class again 2 hours, 6.5 hours. Then I am saying that make your notes, solve other questions again 2 hours, 8.5 hours. Then I am saying that regularly do the revision with your own notes. You understand that if you are following the class, your 10 hours is already gone in the week. How many hours we are having? Nobody in this class is a pure student. Everybody is working. And in working the time, it's 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. Everybody is working. Most of you are having experience of greater than 10 years. Most of you are already chartered accountant, CMA, MBA, have a work experience of 10, 20, 30 years. Understand? So you all are busier than me, I will say. Maybe I am free, but you are not free. So you need to study in the right fashion, in the right manner. If you are following the classes, that you will study with the classes. Whatever we are studying on Monday, Wednesday, to cover that only you will be involving entire time. You will not have any other time left. But if suppose you don't want to study hard, maybe you are not doing job, you have taken break for 1 month to do the classes or anything, whatever maybe, and you want to study faster, you can study with the previous videos, that is the previous ACCA SBL video, and complete faster. There is no problem. But don't do like that. Today morning one video, today evening another video, tomorrow morning another video, tomorrow evening another video. All the 15, 16 videos are completed in, you can say, 10 days. And बोलेंगे सब पढ़ लिया. You have done very bad. Because खाली video से आप थोड़ी ना समझेंगे. You cannot understand. Maybe these things are not financial, NPB, IRR calculation नहीं है. But then if you don't practice, you will never be feeling confident. Even though you have studied, but there is no outcome. When you done a video, maybe you don't want to do it again. But study on your own. Study some write-up. From where? I have said. From revision kit, from pocket notes, I have said. If you find that you are not understanding from there, not understanding from the video, then what is your query? Raise in the class. I will discuss in the class. Maybe you are not doing live, you are doing recording. But I will be discussing your query in the class. You need to mail properly. That this is my question, this is institute answer, this I am writing, then I can discuss in the class. Somebody wants to complete within 1 month, can. Whatever anybody will study in 2 months, you need to study in 1 month. That's the simple. I say always, if we will study on an average 2.5 hours daily, 100%, I am not giving 99, believe me, 100%, we will pass the exam. No question. Reason being that, when I am asking 2.5 hours, that means maybe you are not doing live. When I am giving the assignments, you are solving. When I am asking questions to be solved in 3 hours, you are submitting. Regularly you are with the class, maybe you are completing something faster, that's other thing. कि आप 2 महीने 3 महीने की पढ़ाई 1 महीने में करना चाह रहे हो, करो, कोई इशू नहीं. बट एवरेज में आपको इससे ज्यादा नहीं पढ़ना है. इफ यू गिव नवंबर एग्जाम, February 2022, any time. Maybe you are busy in weekdays, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, holiday. Then weekdays study 1 hour each, say 5 hours. On Saturday, Sunday, study 3-4 hours each. That's upon you. But in average, the study should be 2.5 hours regularly. With that, we can easily give November exam. This is not the first batch we are doing. If you say CIMA case study, this is around 30th batch is running. 30th batch number is running. So this is not that the new person is teaching you for the first time. Already taught. For SBL, I am teaching, I think, 4th time. 4th time the strategic business leader case study live classes are running. So there is no problem. Believe me, you need to be believing on me because I am experience holder in this field. आपको बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं पढ़ना है. But if you don't approach study in understanding manner, you are mugging up, you are not solving the assignment. Sir, this is ACCA, this is CIMA, हम तो ये हैं. मैं आपको जानबूझ के क्लास में नहीं डाला हूं, बिलीव करिए. मेरे को 1% भी इच्छा नहीं है कि किसी भी स्टूडेंट को जबरदस्ती तकलीफ देना. लेकिन if you think that that is not my part, you are in the wrong direction. Everything which we are going to discuss is relevant for all the students. I am not going into so many write-ups on here. Suppose if I will go in ACCA write-up, exam, examiner comment, you can read. Because these are freely available. आपको खुद दिखेगा जो भी बात मैं बोल रहा हूं, वो सब यहां पर लिखी हुई है. If I will say that the revision material, ACCA, CIMA revision material, SBL, no, that's the, 1 second. This is shared by the revision kit. 1 second. Where is the short notes? This is the short notes that is shared by the institute. These short notes, whatever instructions they have given on the top, you read. You can at least read 2-3 pages, this one, after the class. Once you read what the examiner are saying, I am saying that only. Because I have to go through with the entire thing, whatever the examiners are suggesting to the student to pass the exam. You can go on this, what I should say, the 2019 CIMA SCS guidelines, academic support. This is uploaded in your Google Drive, uploaded already. You read the instructions given by the CIMA Institute. Everything they are saying the same thing which we are discussing in the class. It's not the new thing. It's the same thing. I mean to say that आप अगर ऐसा सोच रहे हैं कि ये मेरे लिए relevant नहीं है, ACCA के लिए है, ये सीमा के लिए है, ये आप गलत सोच रहे हैं. सारी चीजें दोनों के लिए कॉमन है, केवल एक ही डिफरेंस है, वन. सीमा केस स्टडी बेस्ड ऑन प्रीसीन मटेरियल, ACCA case study no pre-seen material on the day of exam. For that reason, ACCA student given 1 hour extra, CIMA student are not given that 1 hour extra. The question pattern, writing format, writing the answers, the way the questions are given, the way the answer to be written, the guidelines given by fully 100% same. There is no difference. So if we follow these guidelines, there will not be any problem in giving the exam in November. Whether you are able to attend live class or not doesn't matter. Because anyhow, I already know that maximum of you will not be doing the live classes. पदम, विशाल, आप लोग को पता है कि अभी 2-3 क्लास बाद कितने स्टूडेंट होंगे? 4-5. और अभी भी स्टूडेंट तो बहुत है, सारे तो है नहीं. मे बी फर्स्ट डे हम लोग जोश में आकर ज्वाइन कर लिए, लेकिन हम लोग के पास वो समय नहीं है, बिकॉज वी आर engaged into other things. No issue. आप क्लास के साथ रहिए. Be with the class. Don't try to study something extra. अभी फर्स्ट दिन है तो आपको लगेगा एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ लूं. मेरे को 2 क्लास लेने दीजिए, देखते हैं कितना टाइम मिलेगा आपको एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ने का. Go with the class. Automatically everything will complete. I have a design format in my mind कि मेरे को कैसे कैसे प्रोसीड करना है. आपको टेंशन नहीं लेना है. आपको टाइम भी नहीं है and you don't have to take tension. If the recordings you will get on the same day by the end of the day maximum. Even I will try that. I will be giving you recordings by afternoon only, but maybe if any problem arises, no issue. If any problem arises, maximum by end of the day you will get. From where? From our software. Not on Google Drive. I mean to say not on YouTube. YouTube first class we upload on YouTube. There are 2 reasons. One reason. First class, maybe somebody is financially weak, not able to manage the tuition fees. Then in that case, by looking at the video, they should be able to understand how to study, how to prepare, and they will be working on their own. Maybe somebody is interested in joining the classes, want to see the quality, how the teaching is being done, for that reason. So there are 2 purposes to upload the video on the YouTube, but not all, only one. The first video will be uploaded on YouTube. This recording you can see from YouTube also, but the subsequent recording only from the software. If you have any technical issue, maybe Google Drive of notes is not up opening, maybe videos are not running, maybe mobile app is not running, anything, कोई भी issue है, please call at 844-4040-2 or 6 and mail at classes@saraf.academy. मेरे को मेल करके कॉल करके नहीं बोलिए, नहीं जरूरत. आप मेल करेंगे, मेरे को दिख रहा है, मैं तो बोल रहा हूं 24 आवर आई एम ऑन मेल. जब आप मेल कर रहे हैं, लाइक सपोज पदम, यू हैव गिवन अ क्वेरी बहुत 1 month पहले कि यू रिक्वायर द 10 minutes रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर वीडियो. अगेन यू मेल्ड. एक्चुअली क्या है, 2 लोग ऑफिस में बहुत दिन से नहीं आ रहे हैं जो वीडियो वगैरह देखते हैं, जो अलग करते हैं. तो भी स्टूडेंट को क्लासेस तो मिल रही है ना, लेकिन वो जो काम है वो एक टेक्निकल पर्सन ही कर सकता है ब्रेक करने का। तो अभी आज से वो लोग सब लोग ज्वाइन करेंगे, आपको कल परसों तक मिल जाएगा। मेरे दिमाग में है, आई मीन टू से दैट कि पदम को मेरे को याद नहीं दिलाना है, चाहे जितना भी स्टूडेंट है, हर एक स्टूडेंट का एक एक बात मेरे को ध्यान है। आपको मेरे को मैसेज नहीं करना है, आप मेल किए हो, मेल पे मैं हूं, मोबाइल के ऊपर सारा मेल आईडी है आपको, यू डोंट हैव टू टेक टेंशन। त्रिदीप, अगेन यू आर थिंकिंग कि do I am saying that whatever materials I have shared you don't have to refer all. I am to saying out of those material this only. So if the CIMA Institute material you will refer, whether you will get time. Have you completed ACCA December 2020 classes? The around 14-15 classes? No. So do you think that you will get time to do that? I don't think so. So why we are asking this question? Why? Is this possible? Even the materials which I have given, you can't study all the material. Not required also. Not required also. Not that I am asking that don't study. एक ही चीज को 20 जगह से क्यों पढ़ेंगे? Why? Why I will study from 20 places the same thing? So whatever I have given is more than enough. You can attend CIMA Institute classes if you have time. If you find fruitful, you can go on continuing. If you don't find fruitful, stop that. That is my advice. As I said in the WhatsApp message and call also to every student, that the CIMA Institute classes, if you are doing, you are liking, you do that, you attend that. Whatever homework assignment they are doing, solve that. If you find any problem there, you can ask in this class. But there is no material to be referred whatever they are submitting. Because same thing. 90% is same. आप केवल अलग अलग नाम से confuse हो जाओगे. I have written P3, they have written risk management, like that, you will get puzzled. But the same thing is there. So I will not advise other than this. Even I have said anybody should refer. I have to said that also. For any subject related query, you will mail, you will call 98301 76993. My number, mail ID same. Mail is classes ID only, there is no other ID. We are paying for the classes ID every month 5,000 rupees for managing so much mails. So why we will take another ID for communication with the students? The space is endless in that and all the Google arrangements has been done. So for that reason आपको वहीं पर mail करना है, कोई अलग ID नहीं है. All communications should be going only on one mail. If you are calling my team and they are not picking up, आप टेंशन मत लो. नेचर कॉल हो सकता है, कोई स्टाफ नहीं आया. You need to give human beings problems. So आप मेल करो ना यार. आपको कॉल करने की टेंशन ही क्या है? आप व्हाट्सअप कर रहे हो, नहीं दिख रहा है, मेल करो. Because the phone, these phones are there with the staff. Maybe suppose they are not answering you, they are not replying. आप मेल करो ना, मेरे को दिख रहा है. आपको मेरे को बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. मेल किए, आपका रिप्लाई जरूर आएगा. लेकिन आपको इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करना है. कि सपोज somebody will say that sir I have not received the notes. तो नोट्स रिसीव करने के लिए whenever any student joins, they have been given the mail to fill up the registration form. Till the time you don't fill up the registration form, it is instructed to my staff, nothing should be given to the student. Even though suppose Nirav you joined yesterday, I have given you the class link material, but normally it is not as per the guidelines which we follow. So student को registration form भरना जरूरी है. You need to fill up the registration form, then only you get the resources. When my team is mailing you, if you read the mail, they are writing कि when you download the application, that is app of Saraf Academy in your mobile phone, then it will not be running the classes. For running the classes, they need to, you can say, assign the classes in your app. But till the time you are not downloading the app in the mobile phone, how they will assign the classes? So if you have downloaded the app, in the mail it is written to you. If you check your mail, it is written. You just communicate us that I have downloaded the app. Then in that case, they will assign you the classes will be running. Why we have developed the app? The app development is for your type of students only. You are coming from office to home and it will be taking 1.5 hours. You are sitting in cab or maybe somewhere, you can start your study with the mobile phone. But when you are in home, open laptop, bigger screen. For live classes, there is no requirement of app. For live classes, there is no software required. You can just click the link, you can join the live class. But for recorded classes, app need to be used. Last thing, those who are old students, those who joined before June 2021. At that time, app was not there. We launched the app from July to 2021. All the old students, those who joined on 30th June also, all the old student has been asked to make payment of 1180 rupees because that is a legal requirement. That should be coming from the student account only. That need to be paid. Then you will be getting the subscription of app. And those who are joining after June, after 1st July onwards, the fees is already 1180 more. So that it is covering the app fees. All the old students, those students who joined 1 year back, that is October 2020 earlier, they have not been given the class link because institute is putting a pressure. 1 year से ये क्या कर रहा है? 1 year में इसने exam क्यों नहीं दिया? So in case of Padam, Vishal, what happened that my team didn't realize that you all have given 3 exams. You are not bad. It's only 1 left. तो जब आपने बताया तो वो list में add करके दे दिया गया. For that reason, we are messaging. I will say that join the Saraf Academy Telegram channel because when we send a message through WhatsApp, 50% students are not receiving it. The default rate is even greater than 50%. Message send हुआ लेकिन आपके पास आया ही नहीं. So join the Telegram channel so that वहां पर problem नहीं है. Everybody will be getting the message. We have messaged around 2 months, 3 months back, every student. You join in the WhatsApp, Telegram channel, it will be better. The communication lag will not be happening. लेकिन join नहीं करते हैं, क्या करूं? तो WhatsApp में message मैंने 3 बार दिया. If you have not received the class link, please mail us. We will be giving you class link. लेकिन communication नहीं हो पाया. Because I sent the WhatsApp message, you have not received. Your fault is also not there. But problem हो गई. So for that reason, join in the Telegram channel so that the problem of inadequate communication will not be happening. जो भी communication है, बाद में आपको निकल जाना है. मान लीजिए suppose you are not interested. You can disassociate with the channel anytime. आपको मेरा WhatsApp रिसीव नहीं करना है, आप उसको ब्लॉक कर दो. क्या है यार, इसमें इतना मैसेज करने की क्या है कि सर आप मेरे को मैसेज नहीं करो, मैं आपको बोलूंगा. किसके पास इतना टाइम पड़ा है? If somebody is giving me WhatsApp message, I am not interested, I will block him at that moment only. टेक्नोलॉजी तो अपने हाथ में है. How anybody can disturb you if you are not interested in disturbing by that person? How? Nobody. तो आपको डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं चाहिए, आप बंद कर दो, कोई इशू नहीं है. लेकिन मेरा ये बोलने का मतलब, if you are doing the classes, if you are connected with us, if you connect with us in the social media channel, then I can communicate with you. Otherwise, how? There is no other way possible. Mails, WhatsApp and Telegram channel, there is no other way. I have shared already. Again I will share. I will mail to all the students, okay, by today afternoon. So when everybody will join in the Telegram channel, it will be better. For different courses, different Telegram channel. ACCA, CIMA, CPA, CMA US, every channel is different. So don't worry, okay. Now, before starting our study, anybody has any specific question relating to whatever we have discussed up till now? बहुत ज़्यादा time लग गया यार. I thought that I will finish by 9. It comes to 9:45. Anybody has any specific question to ask? What to study, how to study, from where to study, question pattern, this, that, recording कैसे मिलेगा? No break. Because actually you all need to go office. So for that reason, break is not possible. Sorry. हाँ, break हो सकता है if I am getting a nature call. I need to go to washroom, that way possible. Otherwise not. Sorry. When we will be doing Saturday class, there will be half an hour break. Because that is a 6-hour class. So when we will be doing Saturday class, suppose I start at 2 o'clock. By 5:30 or around 6 o'clock, I will give 20-30 minutes break. And then we will start again another session. So in the Saturday class, there will be break, but in this class, there is no break. Okay? So should we start our study? You can, because Padam has always taken the responsibility to incorporate everybody. So don't write your number. Just that message Padam At this number, his number, he will incorporate all of you. You all can study together. आप लोग सब कुछ साथ में पढ़ सकते हैं. That responsibility Padam has taken in all the batches. Good. So you can note down his number and then message him. He will incorporate you in one single batch. So all of you can study together. In this group, you can incorporate any other person also. I don't have an issue. कि those who are not taking classes with us, you want to incorporate them also. करो, हमको क्या है यार? You can write in the class slides also. अच्छा, one second. Class slide में लिखने के. Actually, in front of me, there are 3 screens. One is computer, 2 laptop and camera. So when I am writing anything, I am not writing on this screen. Another. No issue. For WhatsApp. In a group. It is 87921999, 87921999, 615 Padam. I have written. So when you will be getting the class slides, this number is written here. So you can write this number and message that. He will add you in the WhatsApp group. पदम आप ACCA सीमा दोनों को ऐड कर देना. जो भी ACCA SBL या सीमा SCS या सीमा FLP कर रहे हैं, सबको इसमें ऐड कर देना. जो भी आपको रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. ठीक है? One thing, if anybody is misbehaving in the group, that's your call. Okay? I am not responsible for that. मेरे को कॉल नहीं करना कि सर ये ऐसे कर रहे हैं. No. I mean to say that कि मान लीजिए कुछ भी आपको ही प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. It's that person, माने that group responsibility कि वो लोग अपने आप में मैनेज करें. No fighting. Somebody sending joke and all that, you are not liking, अब शांत रहो. मेरा ये एडवाइस है. Be professional, we have to be. Okay. So now should we start our study? Around 20 minutes. Further, कुछ तो पढ़े यार. अभी तक कुछ नहीं पढ़ा. सारा क्लास ऐसे ही चला गया. Okay. But that is essential so that again the questions will not arise. Now, this is ACCA pocket notes which I have written that I will be very much referring in the class, and SBL revision notes given by the ACCA Institute. Okay. In this, all the topics which are there in the syllabus are covered, but some of the important headlines which is relevant 100% for CIMA student, that a case study exam is what? They are saying that the aim of the syllabus, whether it's a CIMA case study, whether it's a ACCA strategic business leader case study, demonstrate organizational leadership and senior consultancy or advisory capabilities. Why they are saying this? Because in the exam you are said as a non-executive director, you are said as a high-level consultant, you are said as you are a CEO, you are said as you are a CFO. Many types of responsibility they give. Those types of responsibility cannot be given to a person other than a leader. A leader lead from the front. A leader says what is to be done, when to be done, how to be done, how it will be giving the benefit, how it will resolve the situation. That's the qualities of the leader. You can say that a political leader, Modi ji, Mamta ji, whatever. You can say in your organization there is somebody, CEO, CFO. They are saying that all the case study exams, whether it's CIMA or ACCA, demonstrating that leadership skill. In case of leader, they are at senior position in the organization, they are consultants, they are advisors, and they need to behave professionally. A leader has to behave professionally, thorough to the context of the integrated case study. That is whatever situation given to you in the exam, relating to an industry, relating to a company, relating to a business case, whatever, you need to understand that case. And you need to show by writing answers in the exam these capabilities. On successful completion of this paper, on passing the exam, the objective of the institute that you will have these capabilities. Apply excellent leadership and ethical skills to set the tone from the top and promote a positive culture within the organization, adopting a whole organization perspective in managing performance and value creation. Once you pass the case study exam, you will have these skills developed. You are already a leader. Others will recognize you as a better leader. Excellent leadership you will be able to develop, because the exams will be asking questions which are purely focusing on leadership qualities. Exams will be asking questions on ethics. Every professional person, whether you are an MBA, doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant, CMA, ACCA, we all have an ethical responsibility. We all need to follow ethical guidelines. We all need to behave professionally. So once you complete the exam, once you pass the exam, you will be able to develop that ethical things in you. Because you will study that. You will practice that. You will write in the exam answer. So that ethical practices will develop in you. And that you will inculcate everywhere, wherever you will go. That you will be following ethics and leadership qualities which is developed in you by giving the exam. That you will be following everywhere to promote positiveness, optimism, to create a better environment for work, for culture. That way it will help you. Evaluate, because whether it will develop or not, whether it will be coming or not, the institute objective is that only. This exam is going to develop this skill in you. Evaluate the effectiveness of governance and agency system of an organization. Recognize the responsibility of board and other agents towards their stakeholders, including the organization, social responsibility and reporting implications. A business, Saraf Academy or any organization has a responsibility to the customers, a responsibility to the staff, a responsibility to the general public, a responsibility to the, you can say, government organization, income tax, corporate tax, Companies Act, ROC. We have the responsibility to all these persons whenever we are doing business. Even a bigger organization has a bigger responsibility. So you will be able to understand those responsibilities, hierarchy, who should be doing what and everything. And you will be able to follow those responsibilities, fulfilling those responsibilities in a better way when you will be passing this exam. Evaluate the strategic position of the organization against the external environment and the availability of the internal resources to identify feasible strategic options. Evaluate the strategic position of the organization. Suppose I will say that I want to compete with Kaplan. I can't. Maybe I am good or bad, maybe I am good teacher, but they are at a different level. They may have around 200 staff working. They may have presence globally. Maybe I have students, but I cannot compete with them. What is my strategic position? What is the business environment? What is the resources I have? What I am lagging? I need to know my SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. You will be able to understand those strategic positions of the organization better. And on the basis of that, you will be able to advise the organization in the right direction. Analyze the risk profile. Whenever we do anything, risk is involved. Giving exam in November or in February, risk is involved. Taking classes with me or studying on your own, risk is involved. Every decision in business involves risk. But here the risk is not day-to-day risk. Here the risk is focusing on long-term. If you do this, how this is going to affect the entire organization, a particular department, a particular division, a particular stakeholder, that way. Risk 360 degree. You will be able to analyze the risk in everything in much better way. Select and apply appropriate information, technologies and data analytics to analyze factors affecting the organizations in value chain. That you will be able to develop in the organization new things, innovations, development. You are not engineer, I am not engineer. But we will be able to inculcate new development, better satisfaction to customers, appropriate technology, ERP, whatever we see, we will be able to develop in the organization after doing this subject. Evaluate management reporting, internal control, auditing. Those who are working in the organization in management reporting department or you or internal control or in auditing system, they will be able to or you will be able to do these works in much better way. High level of financial technique, analyzing financials, ratios, comparing with others, that analysis skill you will be able to develop very well. Enable success through innovative thinking, applying best-in-class strategies, disruptive technologies, you can say IT area, IT skills, artificial intelligence, not as a software programmer, but you will be able to work on those areas much better. Apply a range of professional skills and addressing requirements within the strategic business leader examination. And not in the examination, in the practical life also, you will be able to use those skills, apply those skills far better. I will say that being a leader, this is taken from somewhere. I don't remember from where, but I like this, so I have copy pasted here. Not in my language, it is the bookish language only. Being a leader. As a leader, you are expected to be able to analyze a business situation and provide, implement appropriate, effective and suitable solutions. The correct solutions, the effective solutions, and those solutions which is best suited in that situation. That's the job of a leader. This means that you can be clear. Now they are not asking you in the exam, define leadership. If you go in ACCA or CIMA old materials, or you go in ACCA SBL material also, they have written leadership theories. I will discuss. But मेरे को एग्जाम में वो leadership theory का कोई काम नहीं है, कोई काम नहीं है. Neither they have written in any answer the leadership theories in CIMA ACCA, neither we are going to write in any exam leadership theories technically. But just we will discuss leadership theories, that why those theories has been developed like that. The leadership application is there, that in the questions in the exam, can you show leadership quality? So which means that you need to be very clear and focused in identifying the issues. Means in exam, what is the question, what it is asking, what is the situation, that I understand crystal clear. Analyze and address critical concerns. Important concern, I can do analysis with ratios, this, that, and I can do critical analysis. What is good, what is bad, what is pros, what is cons. Use technical models and quantitative analysis to draw out key issues. Suppose you will say that in any financials, the liquidity position is not good. For liquidity not good, we generally say short term. Current assets, current liability, correct ratio, quick ratio. So when you are saying something, your technical knowledge is there, that why you are saying this. You can say that for this portion we are going to study Monday, Wednesday. This is the portion. But if you know current ratio, current assets by current liability, examiner is not giving you marks. Why you are writing that? Why it is relevant there? How it is relevant in that scenario? That you need to write. How it is going to solve the issue which is given in the question. So technical part is 15 to 20% of the answer. 80% is your practical application. Make recommendation that meet the needs of the users and fit for the purpose. You can say that in writing the answer, institute saying that a person who is giving a strategic case study exam, a strategic business leader case study exam, need to be a long-term prospective thinker. I should not be deciding or saying anything just to affect today or tomorrow. 5 years, I need to see broad. Because I am a strategic technical English meaning, dictionary meaning is long term. So this is a strategic case study exam, a strategic business leader case study exam. You need to think every problem as a very broad, very long term effect. Look at the whole organization, individual department, divisions, strategic business units, personal manager, everybody. Set the direction of the whole organization and integrate its activities. If you are deciding something, if you are helping something, how it is going to connect the entire organization, that you need to write. Consider the views of all stakeholders. Don't only think about shareholders, those who are the owners of the company. You need to think about all the stakeholders. Different types of situations, different stakeholders are important. Analyze the organization resources and define resource requirements. What resources you have to do something, what resources are missing, how those resources can be arranged, whether it is possible to arrange them, what is the cost required. You need to analyze that, you need to write that. Relate the organization to its environments. That is, whenever you are suggesting anything for managing risk, for any opportunity, for any managing any problem, you need to understand the situation of the organization in which they are. Whether that solution is logical for them, that you need to understand. And look at gaining a sustainable competitive advantage. Sustainability means using the resources which is required. not wasting the resources or not using the resources more than what is eligible, because you are destroying the resources for the future generation. Future generation will not be having coal, petrol, diesel, energy resources. Future generation will not be able to survive because of the environment pollution or anything. So you need to be sustainable. Whatever you are deciding doing, you need to think about the environment. You need to think about the sustainability. And you need to think about competitive advantage. If I will do this, how I will be able to become competitive better than others? Maybe by better quality, maybe by new innovation, maybe by doing the same thing in a different way, maybe by minimizing cost. Maybe you can say that, sir, whether this is essential for a not-for-profit oriented organization. Yes. Not-for-profit, say income tax department in India, say any government organization in India, they are not for profit. ACCA Institute is not for profit. CIMA Institute is not for profit. They are not for profit oriented organization. But don't they want to generate income so that they can serve you better, they can serve me better? I am the learning partner, you are the students, they need to serve us with quality study, quality teaching, quality material coverage, quality examinations, creating job opportunities and everything. How those things will be done? By the staff of ACCA, by the resources of ACCA and CIMA. Those resources require expenditure. Staff will want salary. Good knowledgeable persons working in ACCA or CIMA require good amount of salary. Resources require money. From where they will be getting that money? Unless and until they are not getting more and more students, more money, so they can grow their organization. Whether it's an Indian CA Institute, Indian CWA Institute. Every institute is a not-for-profit oriented organization. But not that they don't want competitiveness. They want. ACCA want to be better than CIMA. CIMA wants to be better than ACCA. Indian Chartered Institute want to be better than them. Competitiveness is there. It will never go off. Whether it's a hospital, whether it's it's good for humanity, good for general public. Because if you are getting value for money, better value in this organization, then why you will be going somewhere else? And if they cannot match you, they will be destroyed. Survival of the fittest. Because nobody is doing anywhere any charity. You can say that school, colleges are doing charity, but they will be able to do charity when they can earn more. So you need to be thinking about competitiveness of the organization in every situation. When you will be writing your answers, so many topics we will be studying, so many technical areas we will study. But the answers are going to cover these things indirectly, directly or indirectly. That institute is saying that technically, strategically thinking, these things should be covered in the answer, or they are the core area to be studied. So they are saying that introduction to case study exam, you need to be a leader. For a leader, what are the qualities? For becoming a leader, what are the strategic thinking? And for a leader, you need to think, you need to understand, you need to apply professionalism. Professional person will never say that I didn't get time, for that reason I could not complete the work. Suppose somebody is messaging me saying that, sir, मैं office में था, मेरा काम मैं पढ़ नहीं पाया. Non-professionalism you are showing. If I will tell you that at the end of this batch, because of this reason, I could not take the classes, I could not complete the syllabus. Non-professionalism. Whatever happened with me, a professional person will never deviate from the time management. That's the first thing the professional teaches. Maybe it is not in the headings which is written in the books, but according to me, this is the first professionalism. If the classes are at the 7:30, I should be joining 1 minute earlier. I was 1 minute late. Non-professionalism. If there is a target that this should be done today, and if it is not completed, non-professionalism. You are misbehaving with somebody, maybe a sweeper. Non-professionalism. You are not thinking about requirement of others, what they want. Non-professionalism. You are thinking about only your own benefit. Non-professionalism. You will think that this is competitive advantage. Competitive advantage, if I am doing something which will be affecting my competitors, they are not getting students. Non-professionalism. But I am thinking about a broader prospect. I am thinking about those who are taking classes with us. They should be getting 100% feeling with me. They should be getting 100% satisfaction with me. Maybe because of that, my competitors are getting affected. But they need to match me. They need to. For survival, everybody need to match. It's not that you will be buying a product from an organization because it is not for profit. You will be buying the product and services from any organization because you want value for money. So it is my responsibility to give you value for money. That is, you can say, professionalism. Thinking about everybody's requirement, doing the job in time, have a target, thinking about everybody, maybe connected or not misbehaving with anybody, is called professionalism. That professionalism as per institute is covered in these 5 headings. सबसे पहली बात है प्रोफेशनलिज्म, दे आर सेइंग कम्युनिकेशन. कम्युनिकेशन मतलब इसका ACCA, सीमा, CMA, डॉक्टर, इससे कोई मतलब नहीं है. आप कहीं पर भी जा रहे हो, यू आर गोइंग इन अ बैंक, you are talking to a supplier, you are talking to a customer, I am talking to my student, joining the classes. मेरा communication कैसा है? इसका कोई एग्जाम से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है. In every job, high profile job, they will mention high communication, you can say excellent, strong communication skill is essential. जब हम इंटरव्यू में जाते हैं and if somebody is asking question, हम लोग आंसर नहीं दे पाते, वो कम्युनिकेशन नहीं है. अगर हम आंसर नहीं भी दे पा रहे, then what we are saying, that is communication. Whether you are saying right or wrong, what justification you are giving is communication. I will say that if you read autobiography or any famous book, everybody is saying is the most important qualification in the world communication. आपके पास कोई प्रोफेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन है या नहीं है, लेकिन कम्युनिकेशन स्किल है, दुनिया में आपके ऊपर कोई नहीं है. Nobody is beyond you. If you have the communication power. In exam communication, they are testing in your writing because you are not giving interview face to face or on an online. In communication, they are asking your knowledge in communication in your write-up, how you are writing your sentences, how you are building up the language. Are you thinking about the audience? Are you thinking about everybody? So that communication is essential. Commercial acumen. Everything we need to say as fayda ghata, gain loss. Everything we need to think from the perspective of the company, from the perspective of the organization, okay, whether it is possible to commercially give benefit to the organization. You need to follow the professionalism and ethics, but commercially आपको सब चीज सोचना है. Maybe you are giving decision for a not for profit oriented organization, but commercial चीज को ध्यान में रखना है. Because a professional person like us need to always think about the benefit of the organization for whom we are connected, as a staff, as a manager, as a consultant, or whatever you say. For giving that commercial acumen, you need to analyze the situation. Financially, non-financially, that doing the research, conducting the research through others, using the research of others done by them, and doing that. When you do the analysis, you always need to think about skepticism. Never accept anything on face value. Never accept anything when anybody is saying to you. Analyze your critical skill, whether that thing said is. Suppose we have done in the last subject APM, कि फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट एनालिसिस करना है, प्रॉफिट रेशियो निकाले, रेशियो कुछ आ रहा है, आप देखिए कि वो रेशियो ऐसा क्यों आ रहा है. देयर मे बी प्रॉब्लम्स. अ प्रोफेशनल पर्सन विल नेवर एक्सेप्ट एनीथिंग ऑन फेस वैल्यू. इट्स नॉट दैट you will be misbehaving with others. Skepticism does not teach that I will be saying bad things about others because they are not correct. The way of saying the things should be proper. मान लीजिए आपका कोलीग ही है, या आपका बॉस है, या आपका जूनियर है, आप उससे झगड़ा थोड़ी ना करोगे, तुम गलत बोल रहे हो. Not. The professional person never get angry. A professional person always behave professionally. In the difficult most situation, he always keep it calm. मैं भी इतना प्रोफेशनल नहीं हूं, गुस्सा आता है बहुत बार, लेकिन नहीं आना चाहिए. प्रोफेशनली मींस टीच दैट. इवैल्यूएशन, हर चीज को देखना, इससे क्या फायदा है, इससे क्या नुकसान है, इससे किसको प्रॉब्लम होगा, इससे किसको नहीं होएगा. वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, वी नीड टू इवैल्यूएट दैट. अब ये चीज दे आर नॉट एक्सप्लेनिंग यू एनी स्टूडेंट इन एग्जाम. व्हाट आर द प्रोफेशनल स्किल्स मेंशन्ड? राइट दोज प्रोफेशनल स्किल्स, गिव एग्जाम्पल्स ऑन देम. अरे ये थोड़ी ना बोल रहे हैं ये लोग बोल रहे हैं कि आपको ये प्रोफेशनलिज्म अपने आंसर्स में लिखने के टाइम पे ध्यान रखना है. लाइक दे वे आर सेइंग इन द क्वेश्चन व्हेन आई वाज रीडिंग, कवर द स्केप्टिसिज्म पार्ट हियर. जरूर कुछ होगा वहां पर which you are not able to accept on face value. Why you are not able to accept, what you will question, आपको ये सब ध्यान देना है. This I have written further here. but I'm not going into these right up today. It will be taking around half an hour to cover the professionalism part. Then I will be going into ethics. Professionalism and ethics are the base for starting a study in case study. So my target in the next class to cover professionalism and ethics. Why I am saying this? Somebody want to study faster. बहुत जन को लग रहा है ऐसा. You can study professionally but require नहीं है. Believe करिए, not required. आपको पढ़ना है पढ़िए, हम लोग सब कुछ in time complete करेंगे, guarantee. If I will suffer through corona or if I am having fever, anything, I am giving you guarantee. If I am alive, just one condition. If I am alive, if you go through with me, there is no problem in passing the exam. But you can't say that मेरा ऑफिस में ये है वो नहीं कर पाया. हर assignment solve करना होएगा. Because if you practice, you will feel confident. If you don't practice, you will feel discomfort. You need to join the class at 7:30. You can't join at 9 o'clock. Whatever may be the issue, आप कोई alibi नहीं बोल सकते. ये था वो था. नहीं ज्वाइन कर पाए, रिकॉर्डिंग करके आगे बढ़िए. नो इशू. रिकॉर्डिंग यू विल बी गेटिंग. तो आपको टेंशन नहीं लेना है, आपको अलग से नहीं पढ़ना है. द वे आई विल बी टीचिंग, द वे आई विल कवर द सिलेबस, यू कैरी ऑन लाइक दैट. Still, if you want, you can do old classes recording. As I said, every student ACCA SBL December 2020, you do 14, 15 classes, everything taught in that manner. But the comma full stop is not same. So next class, we will be doing professionalism and ethics fully complete. Then we will be going into other areas of the syllabus. Okay? So meeting with you all on Wednesday morning, 7:30. For live class, you will be getting link one day before the class. Monday class by Sunday, Wednesday class by Tuesday, maybe midnight, 12 o'clock. You will be getting the link, don't worry. Okay? Thank you to all of you. All the very best for your case study exam in November or December. Tada.